media.
Motherfucking.
So I ever seem to find my heart lately. I'm starting to think that no one can save me. The darkness inside of my heart's not changing. I can see by the look on your face you hate me.
I'm on that love suicide shit, superhero, no sidekick. Wanna see dead inside, just look me in my eyes, bitch. Is it Friday?
Why? Hang on, wait.
That's fine. It's fine. Never mind. It's all good.
I was hitting the slopes right before you guys came.
Surprise!
It's Wednesday on a Friday. It's a bunker show. What the hell's going on?
We've done one on a Monday. We're doing one on a Friday. We're just gonna
Whatever we want. It's like a fucking scorched earth mission.
It'll be
Just
fine.
some spec ops shit. We're here with Ryan Jones from Modal. So it's like, God damn
Woohoo.
fucking man.
What's up, guys?
Oh my God, Nicole's here.
What?
There's
Nicole,
Nicole in the
ahoy
room.
hoy to you.
Girl,
Oh,
you're
are
up
you not
early.
Or is she
Or
up
have you
late?
not been? Yeah, which one is it?
Because we were late tonight, so it's like 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. there, isn't it? Doesn't matter.
I don't know who it is here.
Nicole,
Matters.
Coincidence?
Nick, we need you. Sarah's dog is pregnant, and you're the chosen one. You have to birth these puppies, Nicole.
You're gonna have to come over
Right.
from Germany and give me a
Take
hand
care
here.
of it. Take care of it.
Wait, just like right up in there and just kind of
Just pull them out.
pull
You
it out.
gotta,
It'll be
you gotta
okay.
catch. Just
Like I can handle cat birth pretty well because I've been through that several times. But the last time I had a dog that was pregnant, she had him in the middle of the night and I didn't know. And so I get up the next day and there's 10 puppies in my bathroom,
And
which
I
is not where she was supposed to have them. And I'm like, oh, we missed that whole thing. So now I'm like, this
it
is
can
going to
happen
be interesting.
anytime. You'll wake up with puppies.
Where was the placenta? Did you guys find that thing?
She ate it probably because,
She's like,
yeah.
this shit's great. Oh, sorry, am I allowed to swear?
No, say whatever you
No,
want. Come on
Of course
now.
not. You can't swear on the bunker.
Yeah,
Don't do that here.
like
Fucking swear.
a little placenta.
You
No,
got some,
I
got some placenta in your teeth.
It's still in there?
oh,
Second. Oh, there it is. I got it. Oh.
give one of
There's
those little flosser pics. Be like,
No,
Did I
she's
get it
literally
all?
just flossing.
Yeah, and look at
she's
him.
in the umbilical cords. Like
Parts too
this went south real fast.
Sorry.
The bunker, man.
No.
No, it's good. This is what
Take the
happens.
blame. I'm sorry.
I had a cat one
Don't you
time.
dare apologize.
I heard something at like 4:00 in the morning, and I didn't know what it was. I was like, that doesn't sound good. Like it sounded like mice or something. I was like, what the hell is going on? And so I go to investigate, and my cat had kittens right in the middle of my son's bed while he was sleeping in it, and he never woke up.
Perfect spot.
Yeah,
Right in here. It's kind of
Oh, fucking good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like 10 or 11, and I was like, I walk in there, I'm like, where is that sound? And I hear it coming from the bed, and I'm like,
But why?
what is this?
very nice.
So I go looking, and the blanket had like flipped over her, and I pick up the blanket, and there's the cat and 5 kittens, and my kid is just out, like no clue that it had happened.
That's not
It's
a
like-
wet dream. That's
Right?
not-
I was like,
For the record, it's
like I woke him up. I was like, hey, dude. He's like, what? You know, he's doing the
Right,
whole half
kittens.
asleep. Like,
You had kittens when you were sleeping.
I was like, your cat had her kittens, and he's like, this couldn't wait till I woke up. And I was like, they're in your bed, bro. Like, no, it
they're on
can't. Like,
top of you. Like,
they're
you
right
gotta
there by
go.
your
Yeah.
feet. Like, we got to do something here.
gotta
It
give these a rinse. She's a
Oh,
risk.
I threw
Wife.
that. I threw all of that away. I was like,
Yeah, I would have done it too.
no, I'm not doing that.
I've never been around for animal birth per se, but is it a quiet process? I like to be in quiet places when it happens. I've seen cows give birth and shit, and that's not fucking quiet.
I've never seen that. So.
I've
Dude,
never
it's-
seen that. Well, I've seen like videos of it.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah.
That's exactly
I watched when that giraffe was pregnant and they had that whole live stream thing. Do you remember
God.
that? Like
it. Damn it, yeah.
everybody was watching April the giraffe. Like that's what everybody was doing. Like, is she gonna have it yet? Like my best friend and I watched for days. Like, is this gonna happen or what's going on? And then when she had it, it just goes like plop. We were like,
Wow.
oh, that's so gross.
That's like, oh, that's it.
All the
Yeah,
guy
so-
drafts are like, I'm not touching that shit. I can't compete with that. I'm just,
Mike, what's up, Mike Radix? Mike is the reason why we're doing this live stream because he actually messaged me and said, "Is there a live stream tonight?" And I was like, "Good point. There's
Not normally,
not.
but
There
can
should
be.
be. I feel like tonight's
Totally
the
can be.
Now-
Thanks, Mike.
now's the time.
Why not?
Might as well.
You can watch my girls give birth in 8 weeks live. Thanks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
FaceTime me. Let's do just video call me on Signal and I'll just be like,
Just panning.
what's happening?
Let's toss
I
it up.
think-
Like,
I think we've got like 3 or
Put
4.
it in the
weeks
fucking bunker
of these
group.
puppies.
Put it online.
Yeah.
fans
Yeah,
only.
just-
What?
Some shit like that.
Fans. Can we charge admission? That'll be the first time I'll charge.
Yeah, there you
You'll
go.
see some Akita puppies giving birth.
That's right. Started out like, oh, yeah, you like what you see, right?
It's the miracle of nature. Here you go.
She
Yeah.
wants back up here now.
She wants
My
back
cat's
up.
sitting on my lap and now the dog wants up here too. So this will be real fun for the cat's gone. Never mind.
Super cute.
Oh, and she's pinning comments on her
Is
own.
she-
So
Is she part beagle too, your dog? She's just some fucking beagle.
no, she's a rat terrier.
She's like, is he talking about me right now?
I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
You said a little
Fuck are
side
you-
look.
Yeah. I'm not a fucking beagle, you dick. What are you, a person? Yeah.
That's what it
You're a
was. Dude.
human?
I'm
What
like,
is this?
The judgment. Sorry. Sorry, Mom. It's cool.
yeah.
Okay.
Can't
You
even-
just want to hang out or what's going on here?
Do you have an animal you could bring to the bunker, Ryan?
I
can't.
got like a beta fish in one of these rooms.
I haven't seen him for a while. He keeps fucking walking away.
Keep moving around.
Just
I don't know what
bring him
happened to
to
him.
the camera. And there's my-
Here he is.
How long is this gonna last?
Hey,
Put me back. No, I don't have any animal. I can go like produce one if you guys want me to.
I'll go
I'm
find
gonna
one.
find a raccoon or something out there. Like I don't
I
know.
can produce one because I'm the fucking whatever's indigenous, a snake or
Oh,
some
that'd be-
shit, a bear.
Just comes walking in like, hey,
Just
come on,
get that.
bud.
He's fine. Don't worry.
it'll
shut
be
up.
okay.
Shut up. Talking to my friends.
That's right. Got signs everywhere. It says do not like feed the bears, and because like some people in the neighborhood will like feed the bears when they come up. You know, it's like that's not okay. It's
You
not.
can't do that because the
Right.
problem is they keep fucking coming back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
man,
why
got
they-
that- yeah.
Never mind the danger
I
of
know.
feeding an actual fucking bear.
You just have
Then
to
they
keep fucking feeding them.
Oh,
You ever
there's
left a
some-
bowl of cat food out for a fucking cat
Yeah.
Yeah.
they-
Yeah.
like that?
You now have
bears.
another cat.
Yeah.
Fucking 12 cats. You have a fucking cat society. Oh, hey, everything comes full circle. We were just
Well,
talking
look
about
at
that before we came on here. Oh, you guys are in for a treat. We have a whole thing. There's cat medics. There's cat police.
Hi, cat. Which one are you? I'm the banker.
I'm the
I'm the
baker.
banker.
Banker or baker? Was it the banker? Was it the
Well, you
banker?
need both.
banker.
You need both.
Yeah, we need both.
in the community. Right.
I'm the
This cat runs the kitchen.
Yeah.
there's the cat technical support, which is catnical support.
Oh, that was
Support.
Yeah.
Support.
Wait. Hold on. Was it technical support? Was that what it was? Is it technical? Sorry. I'm just saying.
Technical support.
Yeah, you got to think of like some Indian name for the technical support cat. You know,
Oh yeah.
Paul.
Just call him Abu. Yeah, no, like no, because it's supposed to. They should have like you've got the accent, but their name's always like Kevin.
Yeah, they're like, hello, my name
Like-
is Kevin. They're like, no, it's not.
You're
I
lying to
hate
me.
I fucking
Straight
hate
up,
that.
Kevin. Yeah.
Just say what your fucking name is. Just use your real name. Like, who gives a shit?
I know I'm
These
not going
these
to be able to
white
understand
bastards
your
can
name.
handle
Just
it.
go
Just
ahead.
say what your fucking name is, man. Like, I worked with a guy that was straight up like, I used to bounce some bars or whatever. There was this huge guy straight from like Ghana, Africa, and like they could just, and he was a monster. Like, he was fucking huge and just awesome. But he'd sit there and he'd start speaking. I'm an ignorant fuck. What his
Whatever.
language, whatever,
Ghanese.
Ghanese or something. I think that's actually what it's called. I don't know what it's called.
Is it really?
It might be.
Here.
I think that might be what it is.
Google.
It's like I think it might be. I don't
Look it up, so not ignorant asshole. Sorry, but
look it
he's
up.
like,
Keep
I was
talking.
like, what's your name, bro? I was like, Larry. I was like,
You're like, no, it's
I was like, no,
not.
it's fucking not.
Not
He's
Larry.
like, no, it's not. I was like, yeah, there you go. So, but you can call me Larry. Well, I'm going to call you Larry, but I'm just saying, like, you
Yeah,
can
like-
tell me your real name.
Yeah, thanks for coming clean, man. I'm just saying.
It's all good.
Yeah.
He was crazy. I once watched him just like fucking drag a guy through the parking lot who was trying to beat him up. It was awesome.
Yeah,
They speak
Just one
English.
arm.
they do.
Well,
Ghanese. It's not Ghanese.
Ghanese. It's not
Yeah.
Ghanese.
I had a guy in college. He.
Oh.
But you got it.
Is it like Akon or Akon? Like it's AKAN.
You're talking about like Akon.
Akon.
Akon. The
Have you
Like the
ever
rapper?
Googled his real name?
Akon.
Probably not. It's been so long since I listened to Akon. So
Google Akon's real name right now. Like you have to do it. I can't do it because I can't say it. Like you have to do it.
is it like vagina or something?
No, just wait.
His name's Vagina. Oh my God. It's like VAJJYNNA. Vagina. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Sorry, guys. It just came out. Akon. Oh, what? Yeah. I can't pronounce any of that. Like, I couldn't even, I'm not even going to try. It's
Yeah,
He's got,
just
like-
leave it.
five
1, 2,
names.
3, 5 names.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Like, isn't
But dude, I
Akon's in there, but it's like
does he
at
have
the
like
end.
dashes in between?
No.
I didn't look.
no, no.
No, you got like you have.
It's just a bunch of consonants,
Well,
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole
some
thing.
vowels,
it's pretty nasty.
a couple vowels. It's
Like
pretty nasty.
AL, like Ali.
Well, there's even a how do you pronounce it thing.
Oh, there might be.
Oh, like a phonetic.
Okay, here we go. I got it.
Akon is on an awesome track with Busta Rhymes. That's all I know. Yeah, I mean,
Dun, dun, dun. Share the
bust a
screen.
bus, but
Time for Inception. Oh, there it is. Look right here.
Well, I can't see that, my friend.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like, I'm not even gonna try. Like,
There's more than it shows on Google when you pull it up. What?
That's his name.
52 letters long.
that's too many.
Could you imagine just like having to like fill out legal documents? Just like, oh,
That
fuck.
third one has to be like
Go
Booga.
He doesn't even want to write his own fucking name.
Something Damala Booga time. Like I feel like my furniture is gonna start floating if I say that whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Yeah. Well, look at that.
yeah, like check this out. Whew. We just
Wow.
keep going.
It's wicked.
It's
Kind of like
infinite.
I dig it.
Modal citizen situation.
I mean, that's about right.
Pretty
Once
perfect.
midnight, 1 o'clock gets here when we're recording, it's pretty nuts.
It's
uh-oh.
pretty nuts.
Oh, Busta Rhymes just lost a whole bunch of weight, didn't he?
Busta Rhymes is jacked.
Oh, really?
He's been hitting the gym. What's Busta Rhymes' real name? That's a good question.
It's like the gym's over that away.
Totally. He looks serious. He's serious business. You should find some pictures of what old Busta Rhymes looks like now.
I got it.
He's ripped.
No, I don't need my ads to show me like males and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so I don't Google certain things.
Well,
Like,
yeah, that's fine. There's
ripped
no limits
males,
here.
so
Okay,
Google
Busta
anything.
Rhymes is a little bit disappointing. His real name is Trevor George Smith.
well, I mean, yeah, he's like, that's
Respectable.
my street name is Busta though. I'm just saying.
You can call me Busta Rhymes. Okay, Trev.
That's right. Whatever, Trev. That's all good, Trev.
Trevor Smith to be.
That
Whatever, Trev.
see, like I know a guy named Trevor Smith, and he's like a skinny white guy. He's a lawyer now. Doesn't look like this at all.
Doesn't look like that at all.
Is Buster Rhymes all ripped up?
Well, so far I've only found pictures from when he was fat.
Oh,
Okay.
so when she starts going like this, we'll know that something's
There
up.
you go. Yeah.
It's like, what? I don't understand that. What is a hot flash? Or what's
It's a
going on?
hot flash. What's happened?
Let's see.
What's his real name, Mike?
Trevor Smith.
Trevor Smith. We're talking about Busta.
I'm talking
Yep.
about Busta, yeah. I was waiting all lockdown for him to re-record Wuhan. Got you all in check. To Wuhan. I got you all in check.
Waiting all lockdown. Almost dropped my shit.
That's
Sorry.
a long wait.
Yeah.
Wuhan.
Okay.
You didn't answer my PM.
No, Busta's not a lawyer, but like I know a guy named Trevor Smith and he's a lawyer. And that's what I think of when I hear that name, not like Busta Rhymes. I would never.
African American, or is he a white dude?
He's a white dude.
He's a white dude, you know. You got a name like Trevor Smith, you got zero street cred. I'm just saying.
Right? Exactly. Like that would not work.
And I grew up in an all white town, and I know that. So all good.
Nick's gonna try to use all 40 letters in her dog's pedigree name for the next litter.
Nice.
I want to see that happen.
Yeah,
That would be a
that'd be
fun
awesome.
name.
Can you like do like a Prince scenario where you just change one of the dog's names to a symbol?
What?
A fucking
I mean,
triangle
surely
that you
if-
can't pronounce what it is.
Surely, if
So
Elon
shape.
Musk can name his kid whatever that is,
Was it like a license plate?
it should be.
It was like the AE. He had the whole Alpha Omega
Whatever that is.
ion flux capacitor
What the
fucking
hell?
73.
Yeah, that dude, yeah, for sure.
I keep trying to save this picture of Busta Rhymes now, and it is not. I can't
Well,
find
but
it.
yeah, it's like-
Isn't it
Let's
the
try
picture
this
of
one.
when he's ripped? You try to save that picture?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna save that one.
yeah,
Girls
No,
don't
no, 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 no.
right? I'm just
No.
curious. I'm like, that looks good. I might save it. Why am I saving a picture? I don't know. Like that shit's smoking hot. I want to save that one.
Okay, so here's Busta Rhymes before. Oh, hey, hi, cat.
there's your
Okay.
cat. Hi.
There's my cat. So this is Busta Rhymes back in the day, or whenever. And here he is now.
There you go.
All right. He's him
Good
and Ella
job, buddy.
been hitting the gym together.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yep. That's
Well,
insane.
I'm gonna grab my bottle opener because this one's almost gone. I'm kind of like,
My bottle opener.
what's the rule on going to the restroom? You guys have like a minute potty break in here or
You
something?
can have a minute
I
potty
mean,
break.
Do what you got to do,
You
man.
just gotta do.
I mean, I considered pissing in this trash can right here, but I mean,
That's fine. You can go to the
If
bathroom.
you want to, I mean, it's a bunker situation. I mean,
I'll have to focus though. I'll be like this. At the screen. We're like,
like, why did it get so quiet?
I think I've had like 2 people do that
what?
when I did this fucking podcast.
What?
Yeah. Not on the bunker, but when I was doing my podcast for sure.
Oh,
For sure one did. I'm pretty sure
Like,
2. I'm pretty
Was
sure.
sitting there talking to you and peeing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the one guy walked up and at the time me and my buddy weren't on video, but he was. So I don't know if he forgot or something.
Oh.
But he like went to the bathroom and you can like I wish I could find the picture. We screenshot it because we're like, I'm pretty sure he's taking a dump right there.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Stop.
dude, I'm serious. Yeah, and then like because he like sat there and then he like sat there for a while. And then, like stands up, you can like see like the bathroom fan above him and shit. And it's like they just took a fucking shit while we're talking to him. That is so fucked.
That's pretty
Like,
wild.
why not say, I'll be right back? Or, sorry, I have to, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be like,
Yeah, I'll bring you with me. Fuck it. That's fine. It's like,
It's like playing Nintendo Wii, right? And then let one video where the guy goes to the bathroom is like, you know, the tennis racket. He's like, like that. Like, what the hell is this? He
what's
could
he doing?
have taken that thing off. It's like, high score. Oh my gosh. All right, I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
okay.
God bless you for taking, for going and not making us have to be there.
I mean, as long as we can't hear it, I guess it's probably fine. But you never know.
Still, I think it'd be awkward. While you're trying to pee.
What are you doing? What you doing over there?
Hey, you pissing? Mm-hmm.
that makes it even better.
That's a steady stream.
Way to go! Good job.
Oh my god!
I can hear him, but I can't really understand it that well.
It's funny. Well, speculating.
Can you hear me now?
I know.
I said I couldn't pee because you guys were talking. I did not wash my hands. Just saying. I'm back. I feel like that was the best pee I've ever taken in my life.
There you go. Sounded like it.
It sounded like it. I peed into the corner so you couldn't hear anything.
Little fucking pop filter.
Mm-hmm.
Some soundproof.
All right,
you got your gear there. You just grab some of the soundproof and angle it around. It dampens the fucking.
Stupid.
Put it right beside the toilet. Stop this.
Pop filter. Stupid.
Just through the pop
It'll be
filter.
fine. I mean, it's mesh. It's just right there.
It'll go right through.
It spreads it out, right? Take my pop filter over there. Oh my God.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
I was even thinking, just put it right on the helmet. That'd be good, right?
Oh.
Just kind of spreads it out a little bit, just kind of sends the scream, That's so dumb. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about
The other one with the
Yep, that one. That's what.
I got one of those.
That'd probably get a little messy though. You're gonna have some splashing happen there.
Yeah. I was thinking about like this guy, I was thinking of
Yep, that's what we were talking about.
and then he's talking about putting something on the helmet. Yeah, that guy.
I'll be right back.
Give me a second. I couldn't hear him making a noise. It was crazy. He went to the bathroom,
Sling it over your shoulder.
took a whiz, took a dump, couldn't hear anything. It was crazy. From that one to the pop filter. Anyway.
That's awesome. It's a pop.
All right, we're going to level 2 on the fan because
Level 2.
Gotta turn it up. Mike, the baseball show is every Thursday.
This is not
Every
the baseball
Thursday.
show.
No, this is not the baseball show, but the baseball show is every Thursday.
Pardon me.
9 p.m., right? Central, usually?
Yeah.
Fashionably late? Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
5-10
not the
minutes.
baseball show. Sorry.
That's what we
It's
do.
not the baseball show.
But
But
the baseball-
Thursdays at 9, Sarah is the baseball show master.
So you guys talk baseball on Thursdays?
Just
No,
her.
I have another co-host, and we do a baseball show on Thursdays.
I stopped playing baseball when somebody forgot to tell me when the signups were. This is in high school. I was on the all-star team like when I was a junior, and then somebody had to tell me when like the signups were or whatever. I totally fucking missed it. And I was like, you know what? I'll just play football instead. I'm good.
Well, guess I'm not fucking playing baseball anymore.
Right? That was probably in my life. That was probably like, it's like my give up moment for anything. Like I just think about that. I'm like, I totally gave up on baseball. I did.
Yeah, that's fun.
No, I've been trying to get my daughter signed up since she was like 3, which is the youngest they can play here. And every year, like she'd forget to give me the note or whatever. And it would be like, I'd be like, did you get your baseball note yet? And then she'd be like, oh yeah, it's in my bag. And we missed it by like 3 weeks. I'm like, they're halfway through the season right now. Like, and finally last summer she got to play. I was like,
Yeah.
Really?
She was trying to pull a Ryan right there. You're like, fuck it.
I guess, yeah. Oh, I guess I forgot, though.
Oh, well.
I guess I don't want to get up. Yeah.
I didn't want to quit, but I guess if I can't play, I can't play.
Can't play.
So, miss sign up, so.
Right. I'm done.
Guess that'll be it for me.
I missed signups one year and they weren't my mom called him and she was like, can we go ahead and get her in? And they were like, oh no. And We went down and threw like a huge. I was not. No,
Why
you
is
weren't
it
leaving
so
me out of
serious?
baseball season.
Why is it so serious? Like fucking signups. It's like you miss the signups and then you can't play. It's like that's so lame.
Yeah.
It's lame.
And I mean, it was like I grew up in a tiny little town. I was like, you can put me on there. It'll be okay.
Look, Steve, it's fine.
Yeah,
Steve,
you've got
fuck
4
you.
teams, and there's only 2,000 people in this whole town. Like,
Pretty sure you got room for one more.
you got room.
You guys don't even have enough for the team. You get
Right. You don't have enough for 4
We're missing a
teams.
shortstop. She missed sign up. She missed sign up.
That's right.
They're playing with 8.
Sign up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick says, "Don't drink with those guys." I have a beverage over here, and I'm scared to pick it up. And I'm like, nope. Mm-mm.
What are you afraid of? Oh, the pee filter?
No,
About me and
all of us.
Oh, wait, who don't drink with who what around? I'm curious. I'm not even drinking.
I'm
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
Nicole is really good at taking a drink right when we say something that makes her laugh.
Oh, then
and
she
then
spits. That's
it
what
out.
it is. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's happened to me a couple times, and then you did it. So
Yeah, that shit came out
Hey,
my
there you go.
fucking mentioned the pop filter and that shit popped right out of my nose.
I have several keys.
Just put it right on the helmet. I'm sorry, guys.
I'll never look at this thing the same again. I'll
Nope.
just be
You
laughing.
don't want to get too close to it, right? You're like, whoa, all right, let me get back.
I can move back from that. No, I have like 4 or 5 keys on this keyboard that are stuck because I spit coffee out one morning during the Sunday sermon show. Dusty Grant said something, and I all over the keyboard. And then I don't remember who was it that somebody made me laugh last week, and I spit coffee all over my work keyboard, and
It's
I was
probably
like, "Oh,
Tony."
shit." Was it? I don't
No,
remember. No, it was on Twitter. It wasn't
I
during
was
the
on
show.
Twitter. I wasn't
Because I was working, and I should probably not have been on my phone, but I was, and I read something and just went all over the keyboard again. They're supposed to send me a new one. We'll see what happens.
Hey, you want to replace that keyboard I fucked up?
No, I emailed IT and I was like, "Hey, somebody made me laugh. I spit my coffee out on the keyboard.
at least
I got,
you're
like, 6
honest.
keys that are stuck," and they were like, "We'll send you another one." I was like, "Thank you."
This keyboard's a piece of shit.
Who sent you a new keyboard? Who's sending new keyboards?
My job, like this, I have my personal computer here and my work computer over here, and if I screw my cat chewed through one of my headsets. So I emailed IT and I was like, "Hey, my cat chewed up the cord on my headset and I need another one." They're like, "Yeah, we got you." And it was here 2 days later. So now I'm just waiting on the keyboard.
That's gross. Can you imagine? My whole keyboard's sticking. I need a new one.
They'd be like, "What are you doing on those calls?" Like,
Don't even worry about it. It's sticking. It's sticking.
don't worry, there's like 7 keys that are stuck. Don't worry about how. Just I need a new keyboard.
I pissed on it.
Oh, I did that. I did that once, guys. You guys
What?
I'm dead serious. Oh yeah. Yeah. I put it on
Pissed
my
on it.
Oh yeah. So like, this is early Ryan days drinking. Yeah. So I went to this party, right? And my parents were super strict. I don't even know how I got out of the house to go to this party. But anyway, I got super lit.
I don't even know how I got out of the house.
I'm not even sure. But they remember those cups that they used to have? They were like big they were baseball cups, right? From McDonald's.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So here I am, I'm at this party, I'm pouring this Busch Light into these, and there's like 3 going into this damn thing, right? And I'm sitting there like downing it, right? And some people are like, "Hey, you sure you're okay?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I totally know what I'm doing." I started talking to myself, I'm like, "Oh yeah, Ryan knows what he's doing." Blah 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 blah. I was referencing myself, as Ryan. Anyway, so yeah, after like the second or third one, I was like, I got to go to the bathroom, right? So I get up and obviously I yacked all over this dude's bathroom and everything. And I was in the bathtub. I was taking a shower with my clothes on in this guy's house, and all these people were like lining up thinking I'm going to die, I'm like laying in the bathtub. I was super ripped, right? So I go home and my brother's home from college with his girlfriend who ended up being his fiance and he got married. But so he's sleeping in my bedroom. And in my bedroom, I have a keyboard and a computer and everything set up in this like entertainment system looking thing. And I get up and in the middle of the night and I'm like, I got to pee. Right. And then I go to I thought was the bathroom, but it totally wasn't the bathroom. The little light that was there, I thought was the bathroom. So I was pissing all over this thing, all over the computer, all over the keyboard, and everything. So I lay back down, right? And then my brother's sleeping on the floor, right? And his girlfriend's on the top bunk. And I hear this drip, 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 and then he's like, hey, Ryan, what'd you do? And then he like picks up the keyboard and I see it through the light and it's like just dripping. It's like, Ryan, I'm like, and I just fell back asleep. And I woke up in the next morning and I was like, oh shit, I got to do this research paper, and then like everything just kind of went to shit from there. It was like, I blamed it on my brother. I said, because my dad, obviously, I don't have the money to do that. I was like, oh yeah, Ruben peed, not peed, but Ruben spilled water on the keyboard, So anyway, yeah, I totally pissed on a keyboard and a computer, like straight up. That was a thing. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I feel like we get a lot of like I peed in a weird place stories on this show.
Peed in a laundry basket once. I sat down and took a leak. I was so ripped. Did that?
I haven't I've peed in weird places, but not like indoors. You know what I mean? Like
really?
outside.
Right.
Wandering around aimlessly hammered
Well,
or tripping balls or whatever. It's like, I got fucking pissed.
We didn't have running water for an entire week here. I had to pee in the snow.
Pee in the snow?
In the snow, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, poor thing.
It's cold.
That's just normal stuff, That's just
real cold.
That's like
it was like you can pee in the snow or you can pee in a bottle, and like
yeah. We had a hurricane here, right? And yeah, all you need is that thing, right?
Well, I had one of those for my old microphone, but the cats tore it up after I switched to this one.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Yeah, they're good at that.
So we had a hurricane here one time. I mean, obviously we have hurricanes here a lot in Virginia.
You're on the East Coast, right?
Yeah, wait, where are you at?
East Coast, like near Virginia Beach.
Near Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it ever misses North Carolina or comes raging through North Carolina, catches most of the hurricanes, but if it ever gets here, then it's some serious shit. And I remember this particular hurricane. I was living in an apartment at the time, and there was a lake in the middle of the community thing, and this thing, the water levels are just rising up, and I'm like, oh shit, that's coming towards the back porch. It kept rising up and rising up. And then next thing you know, the water's in the living room, and then for days after that, it was almost 2 weeks. They were going down the roads in canoes and shit, and the bathrooms obviously don't work. Everything was backed up. So I'm not going to say I was living with a girl at the time. I'm not going to go into the details about that. But bottom line is I couldn't use the bathroom after a while, because once you do business a couple of times in the bath and the toilet, you can't do anything after. It's stinks in there and shit. So anyway, we had to come up with other means, in the middle of the summer with no electricity, no plumbing. You had to figure out other ways to do stuff, right? And yeah. So we devised different ways. It's terrible. So you don't think about those little things, right?
No,
see, what's interesting to me
remotely
is you guys. Yeah. Well, you guys, if your power goes out, you don't have fucking water either, right? Is that right? Or you have water, but you can't flush the toilet.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's normally okay. It just I think it depends on where you live,
Yeah, in a normal, if you're in a town or something and you've got, city supplied water or whatever, you should be fine there. But my situation where I have a water well.
I know in the country you can't, you're fucked.
Yeah. Since I have the water well, if the power goes out, there's no power to the pump, which means there's no water coming in.
Okay, I got that.
That's it right there.
I get that. Mm-hmm. I grew up in the country. I know that's I was just thinking about the city life. I've never had that fucking problem here. Power's went up plenty of times.
Yeah.
Still had fucking toilets still work.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever had to deal with that because I've always lived in apartments or my house was in town or something. So if something happened, we at least still had that. And this time I was like, wait a minute. There's no water.
Fucking well.
Then you really get to know your partner, right? Wow, that's just
it was. It's me and my two younger kids, and I'm just oh god, what are we gonna do? Because you can't they don't listen. They don't listen.
Yeah. Just wrap it up in a napkin and throw it over the fence. That's what I would
No.
say.
Oh my. Okay, so
Here you go, neighbor.
the younger one, like my youngest is 4, and he had been like suspicious. Like if he gets quiet, like get up and go figure out what's going on, like immediately.
You need to get there. Yeah.
Yeah, like he got like suspiciously quiet. And the last time that had happened, I walked into his room and he had taken a kitchen knife and like chopped chunks out of his wooden like loft bed. And
perfectly normal.
Like, yeah, totally. What kid doesn't do that? Like that day, like, I walk in the room and there's chunks of wood everywhere, and like it's like a dark finish, but then underneath it's I don't even know. It's like a really light colored wood, and I'm like, what is that? Like I'm looking at the bed, going, "What'd you put on the bed, dude?" Because he's like really good at getting shit out of the refrigerator and just wherever.
Yeah.
So I thought he'd put something on the bed. He's like, "No, I didn't put anything on it." I was like, "Quit lying to me. What'd you do?" And he was like, "No, Mom, I didn't." And then he was like, "But your knife is broken." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Where's the knife?" He's like, "It's in the kitchen." So I looked down on the floor and I'm like, "You cut your bed up?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like,
"Fuck yeah, I did."
I was like,
Toys didn't put shit on nothing.
Like, I'm sitting here going, like, what? And then I was like, "Where's the knife?" He's, "It's in the kitchen." So I go in the kitchen. I'm looking around. I'm like, "I don't see the knife." He goes, "It's in the refrigerator." Like, what? Why'd you put the knife in the refrigerator? Like, what? And I opened the refrigerator door and he had stuck the knife into a carton of juice.
That's what I'm talking about.
So there's juice everywhere. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is going to be fun. But
like some Stewie shit going on.
And I was like, I don't even have time to get mad at you right now because I have to get back to work. It was just like, we'll do this later. Like, I can't. Like, I got to go.
Yeah.
And
she shelved it. She's like, I'm going to.
Yeah, I was like, we're coming back to that one. You got to give me some time because
I got to shelve it more.
I'm about to explode. So, like, that had happened the last time he got quiet. So this time I couldn't hear anything. He's not playing like weird songs on Alexa. Like nothing's going on. I don't hear the TV.
Weird songs on Alexa.
Dude, this kid, like, he will just walk up and be like, "Hey Alexa," and then
stupid shit.
Okay, like
2 Live Crew.
That's not uncommon. I heard one day like "Thug Love" by Bone Thugs and Tupac came on, and I was like, how did he make that? I love that. Like, I love that song. And we're jamming in the car. Like, I don't care if we're getting down.
Yeah.
But like, you don't. If you ever get in the car with me, like, this is not like family friendly environment. We're selling drugs. Like, that's it. That's what's happening in my car.
We're selling drugs. Get in the car. We gotta go.
It's Thug Life in my car. Like, that's how we do it. Or it's either
Kirpin, just fucking Kirpin.
That's blood.
Well, that's blood.
Yeah, we're either going like Thug Life or we're going real heavy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or if I let the kids pick, then it's like it's weird because we'll go from like Meshuggah to like Ariana Grande.
Oh, okay.
To the soundtrack to Moana, like we bounce all over the place. But
let it go.
Yeah, like he's doing this thing now where he'll just walk up to Alexa and then look around the room and be like, "Hey Alexa, play T-Rex or play Coffee Cup or play Kitchen Sink." And these songs exist.
What is Kitchen Sink?
It's just a song.
My
like
Alexa's playing Coffee Cup, I think. Alexa, stop. Fuck, man.
What the fuck, Alexa?
It's a song. Like,
hold on a second, guys. Alexa, stop. Fuck. Don't play that shit. Next thing you know, wake up in the morning making coffee. Would you like to hear this song? No, I won't. Yeah, anyway, yeah.
Alexa.
So he's been doing that. So like there's no weird shit playing on Alexa or like
Say, hey, can we just
homegirl isn't saying anything weird. He hasn't activated the annoy my mom feature on there. Like if you really want to have a good time, do that to somebody. They'll hate you. But nothing's happening. So I got up to go look and see what's going on. And this is in the midst of we have no water. And I walk into his room and he's like drop trowel with a Walmart sack. And I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, I had to poop. And I'm like,
Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on. You say he's 3, 4, 8, right?
4. Yeah.
4. Taking a dump in a Walmart bag?
Because we didn't have water.
That's my boy.
I was like,
I think I just met my spirit kid. I take a dump in a Walmart bag.
I was like,
Loving it.
he didn't
Throw it over
go,
my shoulder, walk down the street.
like he didn't go into the bathroom to do it, or like he just went and got a Walmart bag, went into his bedroom and pooped in the bag. And I was like, well, what are you going to do with it? And he was like, well, when I had to poop earlier, I just put it in the trash. And I was like,
yeah.
How many times have you done this?
I was like, this isn't the first time. And he was like, no, I just thought it was a good idea. And I was like, well, I appreciate you like not making the house smell worse or not pooping on the floor or something. But
I appreciate the ingenuity.
I was like, I appreciate the thought, but you couldn't just put it out the side, like the door, and then come tell me that it's there or something. Like
Over the fence.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I don't
pretty
like those
funny, though, right? Just set it outside. Just put a little bow on it. Put it up.
When you don't like your neighbor,
Yeah.
take it down the street, buddy. Drop it off at that house.
Set it on fire. Knock the door. I'm just saying. That's what I would do.
You don't need to tell him to do that. Like, no.
It's poop again. Did you guys ever see that movie? What was it?
Billy Madison.
Billy Madison. Right?
Yeah.
Don't put it out.
This one's out of control. Oh, the fire department. Yeah.
That's a good time. If you guys are big cow tipping, I recommend it.
Cow tipping, yeah.
I live in Oklahoma, so
That's
I
always
know
cow
all
tipping
about
time.
Yeah. I grew up in Ohio, so yeah, it's all about, the country. When we set forests on fire, cow tipping, pissing on the electric fence, which I mean, this kind of got mixed reviews. But it's a thing, Hey man, you gotta take a leak, piss on this thing. Anyway.
I think that's like the country kid. Like if you grew up in a small town or out in the country, like you've done it. You might not want to tell people, but you've done it. Like
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
it's just part of life.
Yes.
It's a learning experience.
It's just a thing.
It's like a rule. You have to do shit because it's the fucking country.
Yep.
It's boring.
Get chased by bulls and shit.
Yeah.
That's a trip right there.
No problem.
I think that thing's horny. Something's wrong with it.
I'm not a cow.
Yeah, leave me alone and shit. Anyway,
We used to have to like walk around when my buddy was getting into like calving season on his farm. He'd have like these fucking like broken off hockey sticks to just beat the fuck out of these cows to get them
what?
to corral them if they weren't listening. That was the cow adjuster, right? Just
You were just beating cows for the fun of it, like
Yeah,
I didn't fucking hurt them. They're fine.
that's right. I'm a
They can
cow
handle
herder.
it. The cow herder. It's the attitude adjuster.
Drink my mead and herd cows.
what do we got here?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Shy
Well,
Baby, what's going
my
on?
man-
Welcome.
My mother's and plumbing was out, and his mom actually had him use a litter box.
Oh, that's pretty. It's genius.
Danzig did it.
Just kind of go in there and like cat scratch at it when you're done. Right. Just take it up and just kind of.
I'd like get the litter scooper or something and just
Now, was it a covered cat litter thing or was it like an open one? Because did you have to kind of jam your ass in the hole, or I'm just curious. Please comment.
we need to know more about this situation right now.
Or did you put the kitty litter in your hands and then do it and then just kind of toss it back in the box and then cat scratch? I'm just
No.
That one's
Was
I
that number
hope-
1 or number 2?
Shy Bailey. We are waiting on a response.
yeah, we need to know, like
I
we
would've
definitely need to know more about this.
I would have never thought of that, but like I don't
Damn
know.
good idea.
Take the cats.
I'm really kind of surprised that my kid didn't do that.
That's been freaking great.
I mean, he went right to the Walmart bag. That's
Yeah,
just
like he
rolling
didn't,
back prices left and right.
Sign that kid up for Mensa, man. He's a genius.
Hell yeah.
I don't- I
That's
really am
world
surprised.
leadership right there.
Maybe he did poop in the cat
That's
box and
getting
I just didn't
results.
know it.
That's getting fucking results right then and there. He saw a problem that needed addressing, and he took care of it.
Right.
That's it.
He's a world
He
leader.
gets stuff done. Like
It's got some
that
hit.
kid,
I can
you know-
hide inside him. Sorry. Anyway, sorry.
he's gonna go places and like either he's gonna do really well in life or he's gonna be in jail. And I'm kind of like I'm pushing him the other way, but I mean he tried to steal my car once. It could go any direction at this point.
Kinda,
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
yeah,
Well, like
the fucking juice knife.
okay.
Snipe. Get out of the car. Right. Shit.
Okay, like with the car, like I had left the keys on the kitchen counter. We were at his grandparents' house, and I'd left the keys on the kitchen counter, and he just took the keys and went and got in the car and started it. And I realized after a minute or two that he was quiet, and I'm like, "Where's Jack?"
Yeah, quiet
And
kids.
and my daughter was like, "I think he went outside." And I looked around. I was like, "Wait, where are my keys?" And I just bolted out the door, and he's got the car running. And he's got his hand on the gear shift. He's like, "Mom, why won't it go?" And I didn't tell him you have to press the brake, but
Wow.
I think he had kind of figured it out because he was
Shit, he knows
trying.
now.
He was trying to get to the
Wow.
pedals, and he would have been like right through the garage in a heartbeat.
Wow. That is wicked, man. He's blaring what Thuggish Ruggish Bone and shit.
Probably,
Yeah, sorry.
he probably will. Like I don't. You
That's
never know.
Impressive, man. That's really impressive.
Like I just kind of worry because like I bought him a cap gun at Walmart last night.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's a cap gun. You know?
I will cap your ass.
And he's never had one of those. So when he figures out that it actually bangs when you pull the trigger, he was like, "This is so cool."
What? Wait, why did you buy a cap gun? I'm serious.
Like we
You're
were.
got thug tendencies, and you're over here like, "Bitch, you are street. You are street."
Okay, he's got like. He's big on
that.
like, this kid's always like he comes by it honestly. My dad was a big gun guy, and like I kind of think he just inherited it. But like he's got an arsenal.
What?
Got a fucking arsenal.
If you walk into his room, one whole wall is Nerf guns. Like he's got a bolt action Nerf gun. He's got Nerf guns with clips. Like he's got the fully automatic,
Yes,
like the one that you just pull it. The one with the belt. Like he's got like it's just a wall full of
The
Nerf guns.
fucking Tommy gun Nerf.
Yeah, like he's got everything. And we have sniper battles. Like I'll hide somewhere and just cover up with a blanket, hide around the corner, and just cap him as soon as he comes in from school. Like
I hope his friends are watching because he might be that kid that like puts on lipstick goes in and like shoots up the plane. I'm just kidding. Seriously though, like that's
well, like
pretty
So-
crazy.
so he saw the little cap gun, and I'm like,
I'm gonna
you
get
know,
him.
the other toy he wanted was like $25, and the cap gun was $5. And I'm like, let's get the gun, buddy. It's cool. Here,
It's
take the
fine.
gun. It'll be cool.
Hold on a minute. There's a reason why crack is cheap. I'm saying. It's kind of like the game.
I know. Well, and I didn't like. I've never seen him shoot anything other than like me or the wall or his sister. Like with the Nerf guns, we just have battles with it. He shot the cat a couple times, but it's a Nerf gun. It's fine.
Wow.
Well, like he had the cap gun and he's walking around. He's just going bang, bang, bang with it. And I go back to my bedroom. I come back out. He has my daughter's doll sitting on the counter and he's got the cap gun point blank to her forehead. And I was like,
so you can private message me. I know a really good therapist. It sounds like they should get a little crazy.
well, like,
He's like, I don't understand. He's got a doll. He's got that. Yeah.
I don't know why he has the attitude that he does. Like,
Yeah. Well, you're listening to like Thug Love.
He was bumping hit him up before he walked in the house.
That's right. Yeah.
he just, and he's all over the place. Like 1 minute he just wants to listen to You're Welcome for 7 hours straight. And the next he's like watching Bubble Guppies. And then the next thing I know, I'll hear I Am Loco by El Nino come on in the living room. And he's out there like singing the whole thing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Like, he's got it, like,
He's like fucking flowing and shit.
he knows the whole song, and he gets real into the sucker punk ass motherfucker. Like, he gets real into that line. But
Wow.
I should have probably known that this was coming somewhere. But I was like, where'd you get that idea? He goes, I was watching a movie with Pawpaw, and I was like, gonna have to have a talk with Pawpaw then. We don't do that. Like,
Hustle. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
Whoop that trick. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I texted his grandpa and I was like, hey, okay, so, and his grandpa's a blacksmith too, so that's where the knife obsession comes from.
You said Smith, but anyway.
Yeah. So, well, I mean,
I thought you were going to say he's a black dude.
Well,
Sorry.
I mean,
sorry.
he is, but like, it's fine.
Anyway, it's fine.
Anyway, but he's a blacksmith, so that's where the knife thing comes from. So I texted him and I was like, hey, when you're back from, when you're home next week, I need you to have a talk with Jack about some things. And he was like, what's going on? And I said, well, he carved up his bed with a kitchen knife. And then tonight he had a cap gun to Lila's doll's forehead. And he said he saw it in a movie that he watched with you. And he texted me back like the whole emoji. And he was like, I know what movie that was. I'll talk to you next weekend. And I was like, okay, please do. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's great.
Oh, we have the rest of the cat box story. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. It was an open litter box, and he had to set it on the toilet.
Why the toilet, though? Like, why couldn't we just cut out the middleman on this one?
It might have been too far to squat. Is he a tall guy?
I'm just saying.
And his mom told the plumber when the plumber got there.
He fucking pissed in the litter box, the idiot. Yeah.
How did that? I need to know how the plumber got involved. Where can you
come and fix the toilet because the toilet was up.
Set on the toilet, kind of squat bed. So
open litter box, full squat. Mom thought she had to inform the plumber.
Why the fuck will we? Or why are you telling the plumber about this? I'm just curious. Hey, look.
I just told however many people watch this that my son pooped in a Walmart bag. And when he sees this video in 16 years, he's going to be like, Mom!
Hey, buddy, I pooped in a bucket, man. It's all good. Just want to let you know. I did it in a bucket and more than once. And I did use a bag. In fact, I put a bag over the bucket. Actually, it was a bowl that I had from Walmart. It was blue, and it was several years ago. And, I tied it up and I tossed it, man. Not in the neighbor's yard. Like,
it happens.
Trash can. During a game. Things happen.
You do what you got to do.
Use the pop filter if you're trying to mute the piss sound. Sorry.
You can hold it like this. It's a poop filter.
Just put it over the helmet. I'm just saying. Or the poop filter. Yeah.
That one for number 2, the pop filter for number 1. It's okay.
What's in her hand? What do you have in your hand? Is that
me? What
is that?
It's just like a little.
Is it a vape?
Yeah.
What's in it?
Cotton candy bubble gum.
That sounds delicious.
It really is.
What I got going on is not that delicious. I don't like. It's like watermelon something. Don't be racial now, because I love watermelon. Okay. It's like watermelon cucumber watermelon ice or something like that, and this one's like some sort of bakery flavor. But that sounds delicious. What is that? I've never seen that before.
It's called a nasty stick.
Yeah, I like the name.
But it's one of those disposable ones, but you just pull. There's a little plastic thing in it, and you just pull it up, and it pulls the coil up.
Nasty stick.
And yeah,
that was my nickname in college. I'm just kidding. I say that for everything. You know what I mean? So sometimes it works, and that time it worked.
There you go. It's perfect.
Don't fuck with that
totally
guy.
Perfect.
He's got a nasty stick. Wait, hold on. You got another
played hockey, or he's looking at baseball, or he's an asshole. Nasty stick.
Nasty stick. You got another one back there by the coffee cup, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
That looks like maybe a banana or something.
No, this is pineapple ice, and it is.
That was my nickname in college. Dang, it wasn't.
Well, it'll work for this one too, because Apparently, I have a theme going on here because this one is a naughty stick.
Nasty stick and a naughty stick.
That was my nickname in college. Hold on, let me backtrack. Let me go back.
See, that one works.
Pineapple ice. That was my nickname in college. Yeah. Just
that a
anything was your nickname.
Everything's vinegar. I say, dude, like I say that all the time, and people get so pissed off. They're like, why do you always say that? I'm like, sometimes it works, you know.
Every now and then I hit it out of the park.
Yeah. Chocolate Thunder, that was my nickname in college. Nasty Stick, that was my nickname in college, you know.
Butter Ripple Cream.
Butter Ripple Cream. That's great.
I gotta get gas before I head over. Gas, that was my nickname. Anything.
Yeah. Is that a Starbucks mug back there? Is that, or is it not?
No,
Mocha chai latte. That was my nickname.
it's a Magnolia mug.
Wait, hold on, you guys. You have to keep that. You got to keep that theme. Just bust that out every once in a while. Anytime it's applicable, just bust it out. That was my name in college. I'm just saying.
That's my name in college.
That rod is super hard. That was my name in college. Rod. Just saying. Right here. High five.
So like, it worked with like. I have an empty Mexican Coke bottle right here.
That was my name in college. Wait, hold on a second. When you say Mexican Coke in the same sentence, you got to specify. What are we talking about? Like cocaine, cocaina, or are we talking? Oh, okay,
Coca-Cola.
Here's my empty Coke bottle.
Here's my empty bottle of Mexican Coke. Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
A whole bottle?
The whole bottle? You hit the slopes with a whole bottle? I'm just saying.
Could you? Oh my! Could you imagine? Like, that's a
The slopes with a whole bottle? What were you saying?
that's a lot.
Is that like a 55-ounce Coke bottle? What is it?
355 milliliters. Canadian guy, what is that in ounces?
it's about 3 ounces.
That's not 3 ounces.
32
Look how big this bottle is.
Fuck if I
that's
know.
like 16
Okay.
We
ounces.
do milliliters. We do the other thing that you guys don't do.
Hey,
That's just
Siri.
whatever.
She's asking what's her nuts.
What is 355 milliliters in ounces?
In American.
12. 16.
12.
I said 12.
12. You said 12.
It's-
What did I say? 3?
He said 3. He's like, I don't fucking care. I
7.
care. As long as it goes down smooth.
That's
Whatever.
fine. Don't care how many kilos it is. It's just
Kilos. Kind of dump it on the table. Dump it out on the hooker's hips. And let's just go ahead and just hit it. No, I'm just kidding. No, the funny thing is, I've never been to a strip club. I know I say stupid shit like that all the time, but like, I'm like one of the most straight-laced dudes you ever meet, man. I've never.
Wait, you've never been to a strip club?
Never. I feel
I went one time.
I
That was
don't-
fucking strange for me. I don't know
So
why.
I've been to more strip clubs than both of you combined.
Yeah. I think if I went, I'd be like, "What do you mean I can't have it? Are you saying I can't take it home?" I'm just saying. So you're saying that she doesn't want to go home with me? I just don't believe that. I don't believe it. I'm saying anyway.
What?
What the fuck?
I went once and it was because it was I don't even know where the fuck we were. We were some different Edmonton, Alberta, or the West Edmonton Mall is the biggest mall in the world. Thank you, Canada, or whatever. Went there, and there's like this hotel we were staying at was attached to a strip club, like in the same parking lot. It's like, oh fuck, when in Rome, I guess. Why not? Because they don't have strippers in my province where I'm at. It's
They
illegal.
don't? What?
Very conservative Bible Belt shit. They don't
You
like
walk down the street and get hit with a ball.
I live in Oklahoma. There's a strip club a mile and a half from my house.
really.
I
Yes.
run a strip club in my basement. I don't understand.
If you pull out on the highway from my driveway and take a left, there's a medical marijuana dispensary a quarter mile away and a strip club about 3/4 of a mile after that.
Wicked.
Tight.
That's pretty crazy.
Like, and then there's another strip club, except they got rated for
I thought you were gonna say rape.
Mexican Coke.
no. Yeah, that was part of it.
That was
Money laundering distribution of like 7 different drugs
Felony
and
drug possession.
yeah, like a whole lot of shit. Like they got in all kinds of trouble. But
Jesus.
so there were 2 strip clubs in a town of 20,000 people. Now there's just one. And I used to go play pool there all the time.
There you go.
I mean, pool's
Nice.
fun.
Hmm?
I like pool.
Yeah.
Is there any strippers named Cinnamon there? I'm just curious.
No.
I kind of
Oh wait, yeah, there used to be one. There was
one
one.
named Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
It's a family name.
That's a family name. Yeah.
It's a family.
It's like I want, yeah, because we don't have like dollar bills in Canada. We have like coins, right? We have loonies and toonies. They're called. They're
That
metal,
would be so funny.
right?
Bills.
We have like $5 bill, $10 bill. We don't have like a $1 bill.
Finger
So how
dollar
you
bill.
guys like put your dollars in the G and shit like that? Well, these guys just fucking throw toonies and fucking loonies at these girls.
That's not hot, right?
Like it's gotta hurt. Like fucking just you know. You ever played like Bloody Knuckles with a quarter? Imagine that, but the fucking loony is like that fucking big.
Nice.
It's like that. It's like fucking whipping them at this fucking poor girl. Or like we like walk in, and we're like, okay, well, yeah, like the beer was fucking $10. Like that's bullshit. I fucking paid $10 a beer.
I mean,
And there's a bunch of like there's just like the pervert row, like right in front, and they're all just like fucking fucking whipping the coins at the girl like get the fuck out of here. This is fucking stupid. So we walked out of there. We walked out of there to the gas station, and then we saw this woman that we had just seen completely butt-ass naked at the fucking gas station with her clothes on this time.
yeah.
And it's like, well, that's kind of like, hi, you know, like, it's like, hey, you know, it's like talking to her mom, say, okay, I'll be there to pick him up in like 10 minutes. It's like, you know, like, it's just, that's brutal. It was a depressing thing for me. I didn't have a good time. I was like, I feel bad for this woman's struggle that she has to do this to provide for her family. This is bullshit. And you're throwing fucking coins at her, you bastards. Like, that's
See, like
Just a hard working woman, and you're throwing like coins at her.
well, fuck. Like, throw the $5 bills at her at least.
I can't believe the whole $10 for a beer at the strip club because well,
Expensive.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's $10
I've never
Canadian.
really had to buy my own beer at the strip club, but I went to one in Texas and it was BYOB.
Oh, BYOB strip club.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
it was the one that Vinnie Paul owned.
What?
Of course, he would.
It was Vinnie Paul's strip club, the Clubhouse. We went down there and we were getting ready to go, and I was like, drinks are probably going to be really expensive, and they were like, no, it's BYOB, and I was like, it's what?
How do you do that? What's a liquor license?
They didn't have a liquor license, but somehow like they sold like pop and stuff like whatever you wanted to mix it with, or if you were bringing. Yeah,
that's a northern term right there.
I don't know. I call it pop. Sometimes I call it soda.
pop.
Sometimes, usually, I'm like, get me a Dr. Pepper or a Pepsi, or I go by the specific name. But they sold like your mixers and stuff like that in there, and so we were like, so we're going to the liquor store before we go. We walked in with like a 30 rack of Coors Light and like bottles of vodka and tequila and all kinds of other stuff, and just like saddled up to a table, and we were like, let's fucking go.
Let's rock. Let's do this.
Thug
shit.
life.
Rage in the strip club.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, hell yeah. That's nuts.
It was like I'd never seen anything like that. And they're like, yeah, we got to load up. Like,
That's
so what's
ridiculous.
the enjoyment? Good. Yeah, what's the enjoyment for like a girl going to a strip club? I hear that stuff like all the time. Like, what is it? I don't know. What's
just
there?
hanging out.
Just hanging
No.
out.
She went
Really,
to play
like,
pool.
I bought one of my buddies his first ever lap dance. It's more like we go and we laugh at all the men, like
All the
pretty much.
horny guys.
Yeah.
All the guys are like super horny, and then all the
Yeah,
women
we go laugh at the men. That's what women go to the strip club for,
Yeah,
pretty much.
can't. I don't know.
And you usually drink for free if you're a woman in a strip club,
Chris.
because they have that attitude of, oh, we can't take the strippers home, so let's go for the chicks that are in here.
Yeah.
So you let somebody buy your beer all night, and then about 10 minutes before last call, you're like, see you guys, and just run out the door and go
so-
wherever else you're going to go.
So
Thanks for the drinks. Damn it. Yeah.
I was so close. You see what I was doing to that one chick? I was like this. She was like totally having it. I was buying her drinks. I was like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
wasn't happening.
He left.
She gone.
She gone. That's
It
terrible.
happened.
That's somebody's daughter. I think that's where I'm at with it. I'm like, I look at
Right?
that. That's somebody's daughter, man. You know?
Dude, like, come on.
poor kids, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them. I mean, I know they look good.
That's just it. It's like you're
Like-
somebody's child, or you probably have children of your own, and you have to put yourself in this position. And it's like, and homie's touching himself. Why should do that? That's fucking gross to me. Like that, to me,
Yeah,
I don't know, shades of gray or something. Like I don't know. I just
There's
don't
something around there.
Something kind of odd about it.
Just
No,
doesn't do anything for me.
We had
I
there's
like women. I don't like the meat factory. That's what I'm saying.
The meat factory. Yeah, I'm with you.
and there's also that whole thing where you can go to the girls at Vinnie Paul's strip club were beautiful,
Uh-huh.
and the
Smell-
girls at the strip club down the road from my house,
Had bullet wounds and shit. Like I think I saw a bullet wound.
now they pay girls to come in from out of town.
Okay,
But,
one of those, yeah.
But back then they were hiring local, and I think probably the funniest story I had ever heard was I had an employee that came into work the night after he had been at the strip club, and he was like, "Boss," and I was like, "What's up?" And he's like, "I got to tell you something, and it's crazy." I was like, "Okay," and he was like, so and so, and it was a girl that had just quit working for us, and she was super pregnant when she quit, and this hadn't been more than a few weeks.
Pregnant?
No, she quit because she was a week or two from having the baby.
Wow. Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I know who she is. Of course I know who she is. She just quit. And I was like, did she have her baby? And he was like, yep. And I was like, oh, did you see her somewhere? And he was like, yep. And I was like, where'd you see her at? And he was like, at the Dukes. And I was like, she was out partying at the Dukes? And he goes, nope. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I was sitting by the stage, and they announced the dancer, and she walked out. He's like, I sobered up like I had seen the cops. And I was like,
wow. That's
the kind of thing you would see at that type of strip club. So
that strip club is like the Dollar Giant of strip clubs.
yes, it's the Dollar Tree. It's true.
Dollar Tree.
It's like there's Dollar Tree, Walmart, and Best Buy or so. I don't know. Whatever.
Target.
It's Target, whatever.
It's like Dollar Tree.
This is a little bottom rung.
Family Dollar and Dollar General.
Bottom rung of the ladder.
Right. Yeah. Like Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, and Dollar General. What's the other one? There's another one that's kind of like Walmart and all that stuff. At Walmart, Target.
I used to work for Dollar Tree. No, seriously, I was a lead engineer at the Dollar Tree headquarters for software.
Really?
Right, yeah. So I always tell people, I'm like, yeah, I used to work for Dollar Tree. They're like, ah. I'm like, no, but for real.
But for real.
I totally did. I worked at headquarters. I was sitting right next to the president, man. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But
That's
the culture is extremely different than you would expect anywhere else, like in any other corporate structure. It's crazy. These people are fucking 50 as fuck. Anyway, sorry.
Well, yeah.
It was like
I would imagine.
Yeah, but they had a bistro and everything for their cafeterias. It was super legit, but it felt like everybody that worked there was super
frugal.
Yeah. Hey man, let me just hold $1. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding.
He doesn't have a fucking Aston Martin. He drives a fucking
Well,
K car.
I don't know how they would really make a whole lot of money in that company, because you
It's a
can get
Honda.
a shopping cart full of shit for $7.
Dude, it's a Fortune 500 company. It's one of the top Fortune 500.
I don't get that.
It's people go there and spend dollars, and I wrote the software for all the stuff that powers all that shit. And it's you'd think that it wouldn't do what it does, but it does. It's
you have enough people spending $1 on something.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Super crazy. In fact, one of the best software methodologies I've ever learned was from that place, and I actually took it to other companies and transformed the entire company with what I learned at Dollar Tree. It's crazy. It's super crazy. But,
yeah, we ripped off Dollar Tree for this. It's cool.
Yeah. I hope nobody's listening when I say that.
You want to bargain on your software? Right here.
Do I have a deal for you?
This is like the Dollar Tree of software.
Yeah, sounds crazy, but man, they got it going on, man. They're I don't even know what number they are, but they're up there.
Up there.
Fortune 500. Yep.
Wow.
Huh.
That's crazy. Sarah's checking her phone.
No, Nick sent me a link to the longest name in Africa.
Yeah, go look at that.
Because we were talking about
He's got
Akon.
a
Like,
pee. Yeah,
30 seconds.
Go
I need
pee.
like, at least.
Go
I know
pee.
it's probably like 45,
you
but
broke the seal. That's where you fucked up.
I can't even. Other than that.
What's
you didn't
happening?
turn the camera off this time.
That's funny. Door's not closed either. That's funny. Shy Bailey says it was number 2.
Oh, the cat litter story. It was number 2.
It was number 2. It was
The
a
cat
poop.
litter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I assumed whenever she said full squat that that's what was happening, but you
Yeah.
never know.
You never know.
Some men do.
I guess.
I don't know. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. So this like destroyed baseball Twitter during the off season. Somebody was talking about how like you don't have to hold it to pee. How would that what? Like does that work?
Yeah.
Are you going hands free back there?
Hands free. Hey, hold on. You said you don't have to hold it to do what?
This was like a big, huge thing. Like this guy on Twitter said that he can go through the whole process without ever touching it, standing up. Like
Without
like-
holding it.
And we got parts hitting the floor and stuff. I can't have that. I'm just saying.
You gotta make sure.
Yeah, I mean, some people when they unzip their pants, like it doesn't fall into the toilet, but I mean, I want. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. But, like this water's cold, but it's deep too. I'm just saying. Anyway, sorry. Wait, hold on. So he's saying he doesn't have to touch it when he goes pee or something.
Yeah.
He doesn't hold it.
I mean,
It could be.
you're telling me when it comes out of the pants, it doesn't go like a snake.
that's where I was going. How? Like I feel sorry for whoever you would have to clean that up, but the guy's like, no, it's totally fine. Like I don't. It just go. I was like,
I get tries to bite you and shit. It's like
Yes. Just put the fucking lid on the basket.
right. Well, I'm gonna come back to this a little bit later.
it's like fire hose.
Yeah, exactly.
Snake charmer. Like, oh yeah, I mean, I guess it is possible, you know. But where are you reading this shit? It's
Yeah.
Oh no, that was something that happened on
Where are
Twitter.
you
like,
reading
months
this shit?
ago. It happened on Twitter months ago, and when we were talking about all of this, I was like, "Wait a minute, I need answers."
I need to understand how this works.
It depends. I think it would depend. I've gone hands free in like a urinal, but not like with the toilet.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
Speaking of urinals at like a bar, so you didn't say a bar. I was at this bar one time, and this guy out. It was a terrible, terrible little club down in Virginia Beach, and I won't mention the name, but so I'm in there, and it's got a trough urinal, which is like, I mean, who wants to pee in a trough?
That's pretty
urinal?
barbaric. I
Yeah.
mean, really.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm sitting there thinking,
Make sure you put the ice in before you piss on it. Like,
right? Just like this trough, right? So I'm sitting there taking a leak, right? And I don't know, I was probably like, I don't know, I had to be like 20 or 21, somewhere around there, 22. And this guy is like hanging off the edge, thrown up in it. And I'm like, dude, this is a trough urinal, okay? I'm sitting there pissing in this thing. He's like, he looks up at me, he's like, I shouldn't have mixed. And I'm like, you got more problems.
brother, you are puking in a piss pile.
Right. He's got his hands over the
Oh,
edge.
no!
Right beside. Excuse me, brother. Just like
I was like, I'll
sliding
never,
over.
Oh no!
never forget that shit, man. I'm like sitting there thinking there could have been like 50 guys lined up, but he was like hanging over the edge, like, oh, you know, I'm like, yeah, yes. I looked over at him, like, you got problems, dude.
Get the
A
fuck
lot of
out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna have like
But now I have
Hep
problems.
B, Hep C, Hep D, yeah, all the way down the list. Yeah.
You got the hepatitis alphabet.
It's alphabet. All because you were mixing.
Gone for her braids. Like that's,
Shouldn't
I
have
don't know
mixed,
what
bro.
you got in there, man. Like
You think this shit's gonna
Jesus.
go away? I'm just saying. No, it's gonna be there for a while.
What the fuck is this? Yeah.
I don't understand.
what was that? Where like you got the little spot, and then the next time you look at it, it's like it just keeps getting bigger and bigger till it's like this giant thing. And he's like, I don't know what's wrong.
What the fuck happened to
What's
me?
that? God damn it! What did I see that on? Oh,
That's terrible. I'm sorry. That was terrible. Wow.
it's gonna bug me so much until I figure out where I saw that.
What about going hands free? That shit?
No, well, no, I know that was on Twitter and it just destroyed. Like baseball Twitter went insane over it. But
Going hands free?
yeah,
Free?
no, the herpes, the guy that had the herpes, and it just kept like every time they showed him on camera, it just got bigger until it was like half his face. And he was like, "Yeah, I don't know." They said it'd clear up pretty soon, and everybody's like,
It ain't clear. It's getting
No.
better, buddy. It's getting better.
"Yeah,
It's
looks a lot
really good today.
It looks really good. Was that Princess Bride? Or no, it wasn't Princess Bride. What movie was that where the mole kept moving around?
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
that one."
I have a mole.
Like, I have a mole? Yeah. You got herpes, bro. It's just fucked up.
I don't know what's happening here.
That's so funny. Forgive me, sir, but wasn't your mole on the other side?
Yeah.
I have a mole.
A mole? The fuck?
What?
Where are you going, Sarah? You just kind
I'm trying. I'm looking for that video. Fucking me
don't
now.
pull out a switchblade like
Like,
Jesus. Well,
don't show that to my kid. Jeez.
that's the first thing I thought of. Like, hey, go get your kid. Hey,
He's not here tonight. Thank God.
thank God. You want to hear this shit? This shit's crazy.
No, if he were here, he would be in here right now
talking.
because
Yeah.
Who's that
that's what
guy?
happened. He'd be like, "What are you guys talking about?"
He's my superhero. He's my spirit human.
You are my favorite person.
My favorite person. I love you so much right now.
I believe in you.
I believe in you. Whoa.
Wow.
Got deep. It's like, I totally believe in you. I'm serious.
He'd be like, "Can I see that knife again?"
Yeah.
What you got there?
I'm trying to think what I could do, with like a bedpost or like a milk jug or was it orange juice? It was orange juice or something. What
It was like one of the, the Minute Maid cartons, like
Oh yeah.
one of those, and he just and the handle was broken, and I don't know how he did that, but like it was just the blade in there. And I was like, "Where's the handle?" And he was like, "It's outside." I was like, "What is the handle outside?"
Handles outside.
It's all prison shank style. It's like,
It was.
This is a whole CSI investigation right now.
I
You
seen
gotta
your
reconstruct
picture,
it.
Joe.
Yeah, I saw the picture. You
Yeah.
gotta reconstruct the scene, dude. This is crazy.
Hold on. Oh, it'll be in my Google Photos.
Where's Grissom?
No,
right?
No, I walked out like this is how like
Entomologist.
he just has this thing about breaking stuff. He thinks it's really cool. Like we bought like he likes the IBC cream sodas. Like that's his favorite thing in the world. So every now and then, when we're at Walmart, I'll snatch up a 4-pack of those things. And he calls it his beer.
Yeah.
That's his beer. So, he'll bring me a beer and he'll have his IBC. And he's like, "I thought we could have a beer together, Mom." And I'm like, "Don't say that in front of people because they don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like, you can't keep that here in the house. We can't talk about that in public." Like,
Don't bring him
Mom,
around.
you want to grab a beer later?
yeah.
Yeah. Just
would
prepping.
like
Just
that.
saying, it might be a thing, man. I mean, I love IBC, so
Right.
it might
Well,
be,
he calls it his beer, but like I bought him the 4-pack of it one day and we get home and I had something, I think I was doing like the baseball show or something. I was doing Easy Out and he was up for God only knows what reason. but he drank like 2 of them that night. And then he woke up before me the next morning and finished the 4-pack before he had to go to school. And I'm like,
Solid work.
All over.
I was like,
Oh,
wow,
Christ.
like, are we going hair of the dog with this? Or like, what do you, are you feeling okay? Like,
You're gonna have to go get me another 4-pack.
like anymore.
I can't do it today,
So,
Mom.
You know, like I said, he got up before me and he came in. He's like, Mom, you know, and I get him ready for school. I take him to school. I come back and I go to let the dog out, and broken glass all over my back patio. He had taken all 4 of those bottles and just chucked them out on the concrete and like glass everywhere. I was like,
Kid. That's cool.
I was like, what are you doing?
I think I might have done that.
Like, I'm just like, and I almost like, I let the dog out, and you know, and at the time
You let the dogs out.
I let the dog go. Yeah, it was me. I did it. It's my fault.
Yeah.
But you know, at the time it was like nice enough weather that I was going to sit outside for a minute with my coffee, and you know, I was going to sit out, coffee, smoke, nice morning, lovely scenery in my backyard, and there's broken glass, and I had no shoes on. If I had taken one more step, like my feet would have been shredded.
Freaking ripped.
Yeah.
So I go back and I clean it all up and everything, and he gets home from school, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, why'd you break all the bottles out here?" And he was like,
I remember shit. Yeah.
he didn't even like try to, you know, cover anything up. He was like, "Oh, it wasn't just the bottles. I broke a pickle jar," and like he had grabbed like everything that was glass that he could find. As soon as he figured out when you throw it down on the concrete, it busts. He just went and got everything.
All right, Sarah. Sarah, let's bow our heads and let's pray. All right. We're just gonna bow. We're gonna pray for this little one. I swear to God,
No.
he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. I promise.
He's going to be
Like-
fine.
You know, I take him in public, and he's most of the time he's really good. Every now and then he's kind of a jerk.
Kind of
like-
jerk.
Around other people, he's awesome. Like, you know, he likes to show off and act funny and stuff like that, but he's well behaved
Yeah.
99% of the time. We get home and it's like he goes, "I'm free," and unleashes the demons, and it's like,
It's like Damien the Omen, right?
you know, he'll just like
Goes
go
to the
destroy
farm.
everything, and then he comes in, he's like, "Hey, Mom, I love you," and he'll come and curl up in my lap, and then like, you know, he'll come crawl in bed with me in the middle of the night, and he'll like hug me and give me a kiss on the cheek. He's like, "I love you, Mom," and he's so sweet, and I'm like,
It's like
What?
you're never gonna leave me, right?
it's like
Well,
you told me you hated me like 2 hours ago. Like, what? Who are you? Like, you were breaking stuff, and I don't know.
he's
I don't know
going
what
through
it is.
some things.
Like, I have a shirt. Yeah, he has to be like, I don't know what else it could be, but I have a shirt that says "Pray for me," and I happened to be wearing it in Walmart one day when he was having like a little bit of a meltdown, and this lady like tapped me on the hand, and she's like, "I will, sweetie," and I was like, "What?" And I looked down, I was like, "Oh, thanks."
Just like, oh, that's what that is.
Like, I didn't know what she meant. And I was like,
Oh,
"Huh?" Like, because he was just freaking out, and I'm like,
yeah.
and I was like, "What?" And I looked down, I was like, "Oh," it's like, "Thank you, I need it."
Can you pray twice?
Right? Just 2 times.
5 or
not
6
gonna-
maybe.
Just a little bit. Just
Put me on the prayer chain, please.
extra. Yeah. Prayer chain.
I'd appreciate it. I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
Oh, kids are wild.
Yeah. That's weird.
You know, most of the
The
time,
other
it's
day-
pretty cool, but
Yeah.
you know, and it's not like these aren't like everyday occurrences. This is like once every 3 or 4 weeks. All of a sudden, it's just like, what the hell happened here? Like,
Right?
my
Shit's
house
jumping off, bitch.
Yeah, just gonna sit there like, wow.
yeah,
That
my house
escalated
looks like
quickly.
a tornado went through the living room. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. It's like 1 minute he's chilling watching TV, and the next thing I know, like somebody threw a hand grenade in my living room. Like,
Fuck. Yeah, I know.
I'm just like, shit.
I know exactly how it is.
Insurance isn't gonna like this one.
How am I going to explain this one?
Fuck.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It happens. Shit happens. I don't know.
As long as you
I got 2. I got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and they both fucking work together.
They
to
collaborate.
undermine the parents. Yeah, they're gonna be doing bank heists and shit.
That's awesome.
Sure of
What's
it.
that movie
Like-
with Ben Affleck? What movie?
Yeah,
The town was that it?
it's gonna be a Leonardo DiCaprio movie. Like, just wait.
That's fucking awesome.
It's like they're awesome. They're good kids. They're not, but they just like to mess
Boy,
shit up.
girl, boy.
Two boys.
Two boys.
Two
Okay.
boys. Yeah.
We're gonna take this shit over. I'm just saying.
Yeah, see, like my younger two don't work well. Like they'll play together for like a good hour, and then like I think they're both taking MMA classes or something when I'm not looking because my daughter's got a hell of a round for 8 years old. She's got a hell of a roundhouse. Like they were fighting. and, like,
Roundhouse.
she does, dude. Like I'm not kidding.
Oh, I hate martial arts, man. This shit's funny.
No, I am not kidding. I don't like. My mom had come over one day and they were fighting and they're like kind of pushing each other around a little bit and kind of swinging. And she was like, "Are you gonna stop them?" And I was like, "No, why would I stop them?" And she was like, and I was like, "They're not gonna listen anyway. They're going at it. Like they're gonna go at it. When somebody starts crying, they'll quit."
They'll stop.
And
Yeah.
she was like, "But they're gonna hurt each other." It's like they'll be fine. Like, they're not adults.
Pliable.
They're
Sure.
kids. They're good. Like, you can bend the little one in half. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
He doesn't even feel it. Yeah.
Pliable
like,
right now.
they backed up from each other, and I was like, "This isn't going to be good." And I
Sparring
thought they were just
stance.
yeah, I thought they were going to run at each other.
Finish
And
that. Like, what the fuck? Come here.
I wish I would have had that soundbite because he starts running at her, and I think he thought she was going to run back, but she stood there, and at the last second, she just boom right in the chest. Square on kicked him, and he flew back and just sat there like.
This is Sparta, right? In the fucking chest.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Like I was sitting there watching it, like, well done.
Damn.
That's good. You've come a long way. And my mom was freaking out. I was like, "Don't worry, he's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine." And she's like, "Are you okay?" And as soon as she asked him, he started bawling. And I was like, "See, that's why you just let it happen. And
Yeah.
don't ask them if they're okay."
Are you fine? I was. Oh, here we go. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Don't ask him about this. Are you fine? And he starts showing sympathy, and they're like,
Yeah. Actually, I don't think I am.
yeah,
Like, no, I was, but no.
I'm hurt inside. Yeah. Like, yeah, okay, whatever.
My guys,
You'll be fine.
yeah. My guys, they get along most of the time, but there's, it depends on the mood of the 4-year-old. But the one day, I don't know what the hell started it. All I know is the 4-year-old, like, pushed the 2-year-old, and then the 2-year-old kind of looked at him. And looked at this fucking, like, toy chair, like a exploded fucking chair. And he picks up this fucking chair and just throws it at him. It's like,
This looks like a good object.
it's like fair enough. I was kind of like,
yeah.
you stood up for yourself. You kind of had that coming, but that escalated quickly. It's like, it's just I fucking threw a chair at him. And they're always like, "Mom, he threw a chair at me." I was like, "Oh, dude, he did.
Man.
Totally did."
That's what I do to them. Like,
It's
one of
wild.
them will start picking on the other, and then the other one just socks them, and they're like, "He hit me," or "She hit me," and I'm like, "Well, I saw what you were doing. Like, it's what you get." Like,
Yeah.
all right, like my 18-year-old will just sit there and watch it too, and he's like, "This is awesome," and I'm like, "We could probably make money off these guys." Like,
That shit's fucking
pay per view.
Pay per view. Ronda Rousey. Wow. Yeah. She got her ass whooped. But anyway,
Elementary fights.
it's normal. It's normal.
It's like bum fights, but it's kids. Like,
Elementary fights.
Found this meat. This is my meat. That was all my guy. Bum fights. They're fighting over meat and shit. I found this meat. Like, wow, this is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna record this with my phone. Put it on video.
Yeah, right. And then just do it a lot.
you say world
It's gonna turn
stars
to a
when you're in the
whole
video,
thing.
you're
Yeah.
good. Like,
Yeah, world star. What? Who said that? Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are terrible.
Jesus Christ.
this is just the tip of the iceberg. It gets way worse from here.
Yeah. That's what I like.
Yeah, it's that nasty stick.
That's my college. My
This is
nickname.
me being well behaved.
Yeah.
Wait. Do you say you being well behaved?
This is me being well behaved. This is very mild for me.
Oh fuck! Just unleash, man. Just let it go. Let it go. If you
Frozen style.
if you can get worse than my brain thinks, I commend you. I really do. My brain is so jacked. Yeah, let's do it. Look, he's over there. He's like, oh,
He's like, oh shit. He's like, do we need to end the live?
I'm just thinking about how much shit I gotta do tomorrow.
let it go.
I'm fucking moving.
Yeah.
Just looking at all my shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, I gotta fucking throw this fucking thing on. I gotta fucking
Dude,
throw
they
that shit.
had a thing online. It was like some article where like moving was like it was like the most. I can't remember what it was. It was like something like it was like the most traumatic event. Having to move, it's so bad. Like moving is like the worst. Packing up all your shit and moving.
Yeah.
I'd rather just throw everything in my house away than move it.
Me too.
You can burn it, man.
Yeah, just I'll start over.
I'll start over.
The
Rebuild.
fact that I've had the same couch in 3 houses is
That's
unreal
impressive.
to me because
That's
most of the time I'm just like, couch for sale.
Yeah.
Come
I
get it.
do.
Yeah, my college couch. It's actually downstairs. It's downstairs. I have that fucker. It's a leather couch. I paid like $5,000 for it. I'm like, I'm not letting that go. It's like right now, obviously, it'd be like, somebody'd be like, I'll give you like $100 for it. I'm like, fuck you, man.
My college couch was like straight out of like 1978, and my mom found it for free somewhere. It had like it was the yellow with the, everybody's seen that couch.
Yeah.
Remember that live stream that we watched that one night, Joe? That's the couch. It was right back there. I swear to God, like it's still in
yeah.
existence somewhere.
Zero stains. I'm just curious. Zero stains. All right. Anyway, keep going.
Zero
No,
stains.
no, it was by the time we
Well.
got rid of it. Oh,
So what's this? What's this stain? And what's that one? I just want to know what the stains are. I'll buy it. I just want
It's
to know.
animal. Yeah. It's mammal.
like,
Well,
well,
what had happened was,
that one was somebody got hit in the face.
I had
That
a
one,
raccoon party the one time. I don't know.
wait,
What
you say raccoon?
raccoon party.
Everybody
I don't know
has
what a raccoon party looks like. I just imagine a bunch of raccoons dancing on the couch and shit gets crazy.
it's off the fucking chain. I'm just saying.
Dude, they're just listening to fucking Biggie. Love
Ah,
it when you
they're
call me
playing-
Big
they're bumping
Papa.
Thug Love. Like they're just out there like,
right. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, couch. Got a couch. Where to go? You still have it. You still have your
I wish I still had that couch. No, never. I don't wish I still had that couch.
it's cloth though, right? It's a cloth.
Yeah.
Wipe off shit.
Just-
Like, right?
Yeah, nope. You
Yeah.
can't. There were a lot of times where drunk people would crash at our house, and the next day I'm like, I
I'll
think
burn
I
that
know what
fucking
happened
couch.
there.
I
Oh,
think I might have an idea of what might happen there. That's just
Fucking CSI and the fucking
place,
drool
that sound
stain.
I heard. Shit. Get the black.
bust up that black light. We're like, whoa, what the fuck is all that?
Oh my God.
Yeah, by the time we got because we were the party house, and by the time we got rid of that couch, like, God bless the soul brave enough to take a black light to that thing. Like,
I'm just, you don't want to see you don't want to see this. You have to have like a priest go in there and like do all kinds of stuff.
we had
This
the couch
couch is
before we
clean.
got rid of it. Like,
Yeah. Right?
Fucking
All over it. This guy, he's like, you know what? I can't save this cow.
just fucking burn the fucking ticket.
unspeakable things happened here. You should burn this right now. Like,
You have to move and start a new life.
just leave that couch here. Like,
Yeah.
what happened in there?
You're gonna have to start a new life.
Yeah, no. My college apartment was that was a very
Look at her brain turning.
not like, I don't
Just
even
trying to be
It's
as
like my college apartment was, man, and he had these thighs. And whoa, wait a second. I thought we were talking.
What? What are we talking about? Like,
Just yourself.
Yeah,
like that was like it was that house where you always see like
It was a shithole, yeah.
like on movies. No, it was actually and it was an apartment. That was the craziest thing about it. We
Holy
never
fuck.
got in trouble, and I don't know how. We had like they were duplexes, like townhouse apartments.
Like a side by side.
Yeah, like the well, they were actually 3-story because we had a basement, the main floor, and then the bedrooms were all upstairs. But like when you watch movies and they're having house parties and shit, and it's just wall to wall people.
It was like that.
Like that's what my house was like 6 days a week. Like there was Sundays we'd be like, no, nobody can come over. Like, please leave us the fuck alone. Like as soon as people were off work.
I call that day party time.
Well, and my roommate worked in a bar. So when she would get off work at the bar, everybody came back. There were like people there that I'm like, doesn't that guy own the bank? What are they doing here? Like, they heard there was a party. Yeah, but it's like college kids. What? Why is the guy that owns the bank here? Like, you just kept seeing all this. You kept seeing all this weird. It was like, what? Who are these? Like half the time there were people I didn't know, but we had somebody that stood at the door and checked IDs. Like, no minors were ever. It was easier to get into the local bar as a minor than it was to get into our house.
Good for you.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. Did you guys do like checks at the door and shit? I'm just curious.
Yeah, there was somebody that would sit like right at the door. The door was always
fucking flashlight.
and he's like, nope, no. And if like there were some high school kids that tried to crash a party once, and we're like, nope, can't come in.
I thought standing would be cool, but I don't want to stand. It's not working out for me.
That's not a great idea.
I thought standing would be all right. I'm good. I'm gonna sit.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I remember one time I was driving to so like my buddy and I decided that we were gonna go to this one club. I think it was called like Cavalier or something like that. Doesn't matter what the name of the place was, but it was like an hour away, right? So I'm like, and I think we we're probably like 22, somewhere around there. It's like college time, whatever. So we drank a bunch of like 99 bananas. Do you guys remember that stuff?
Oh God.
Right. So we're like, right? And so I drank it all fast. So I was like, anyway, so I'm driving, right? And I'm, obviously it hadn't hit me yet, but then like halfway through, probably like 15, 20 minutes into the ride, I'm like, we got it. He's like, you all right, man? I'm like, I'm not sure. I'm like, we got to get there. Get there. By the time I got there, when I got out of the car, I fell down on the ground. I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that again. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't get. Yeah. So So obviously there was a point in time where I had to figure out like what I could and couldn't drink before I got like totally ripped. So
that was one of them.
Yeah, that was one of them. So
yeah, like fruity stuff like that and Jägermeister were my like I don't.
Like now,
if
you don't
banned Jägermeister right now, I would not bat an eye about it. I'd just be like, "Oh, good! Like that's a good thing." Like,
thank you. Finally,
thank you for doing that. I'd never have to smell it again.
Yeah, that's some. 99 blackberry. Oh, I got a story about 99 blackberries. Like my younger brother, him and his friend Marcus, if you're listening, Shane. So we went to see what was that movie? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Right. So I was driving my mom's car, and I think I was like 21 at the time, somewhere around there, and they were underage. So I decided to go ahead and get them some liquor, right? So like, we want 99 blackberries. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So I get them this 99 blackberries, and so they're drinking it out of like these solo cups, they're just kind of drinking a bunch. And the movie theater is like 40 minutes away because we're in Ohio and everything's far away, And we get there and we get in the movie theater and we sit down, and it's actually me, my friend, and my younger brother Marcus and his friend those guys were both underage. And then we're watching the movie, and that movie's got a lot of things happening. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're all over the place and shit. So, I mean, I had something to drink, too. And I'm just kind of watching. I'm like, I'm not so sure I'm okay watching this show. I'm thinking I'm going to close my eyes a little bit. So I close my eyes, and then I get like a nudge, and it's my younger brother. He's like, "Hey, Shane says that he doesn't feel very good." I'm like, "Oh, okay. You just kind of sit there. Everything's going to be all right." And then I get another nudge, like a couple minutes later. He's like, "Shane thinks he's going to throw up," and then like. I tell my brother, I'm like, "Hey, tell him to, go to the bathroom or whatever, And I'm like, got my eyes closed. And then I get another nudge and he's like, "Shane can't move." I'm like, I'm like, oh shit. Right. Next thing I look over, right? And Shane stands up and he's like, yeah, this throws up like all over the people in front of him. I'm like, oh fuck. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. I can't go to prison. Just put me in prison, So I like fucking bolted out of there, right? And it's like in the middle of winter. It's like 0 degrees. It's literally like 1 or 2 degrees outside.
Oh.
And like I see them, like Marcus is carrying Shane out the door. Shane's laughing. Marcus is laughing. I'm like, this is not a laughing matter. Like I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to prison, And anyways,
we're on the road now, fellas.
I'm collecting all the forks I can, I'm like
new identities.
like, yeah. So anyway,
Go to Mexico.
I'm going to Mexico. Fuck this shit. Right. But anyway, it was terrible, man. Like he ended up like, obviously, like I said, it's like a far way away from the theater. So we're driving home and like every couple of minutes, he's got to get out and throw up, And I ended up taking him he had his varsity jacket on. I ended up taking him to like the car wash and spraying him off, I was like,
it's like 2 degrees outside. You're like, take it.
Take that shit, man. Take it. He said his boxer shorts and his varsity jacket. I was like, and it was crazy, man. I ended up leaving him in his yard, in the front yard. It was
pushed him out of the car. Didn't even stop.
I was fuck this, man. I don't want anything to do with it, man. So like, got him out of the car, and it was in the snow. He's crawling up to his front door. I'm like, that's close enough. I'm out of here. And,
Nobody saw me.
Nobody saw me. Apparently, his parents found him in the living room, like passed out, laying out in the living room. They thought he was dead. 99 blackberries, man.
You did?
I mean, I did my thing. I was like, look, I was the older brother, or I'm the middle kid, but like I was being a good older brother, hooking him up with some alcohol. It was a thing.
Whoopsie.
Whoops.
Whoop. That's
I don't think. Have I ever? I don't think I've ever puked any. Oh no, yeah, I have.
It's like, well, never mind. I'd have.
Yeah, no, I got. Oh, we went to Vegas.
There you go.
Taking deposits year round, by the way. Fuck that place, man. I'll never go back.
Yeah,
I
no.
almost had to fucking hitch my ride back, man. I was like, a fucking mortgage and everything. It was terrible, man. Anyway,
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
I didn't gamble while I was there. I was there to party, and like we drove like it's 6 hours to Denver from here, and we drove to Denver and caught like a 7 a.m. flight. So we drove overnight to get there and caught a 7 a.m. flight where we drank in the airport bar before we got on the plane.
Yeah.
At 7 o'clock in the morning. Then we get to Vegas and it's still 7 o'clock in the morning because they're an hour behind.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this is like, then we had like a 45-minute ride because we took the shuttle thing. So it stops at all the different places on the strip. And then it dropped us off and we were at Mandalay Bay. So we go up to the room and we had intended when we got on the plane to go sleep before we went out. And we got there and we're looking out the window and you could see the whole strip. And we're like, let's go walk around.
Normal.
Yeah. We're like, this will be fun. So we go downstairs and we start like, Mandalay Bay and the Luxor and what the fuck is the castle?
Excalibur.
Yeah, Excalibur. They're all like connected to each other.
He's like, I'll fill it in for you. No problem.
That was my nickname in college.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Like they're all connected to each other. So we go walking through and one of those little like slushy places, like the alcoholic slushies with the yard glasses, it was already open at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, might as well. So I got two.
Normal.
And took off down the strip, walked around for a while. They had free drinks at the Paris. So we stopped and drank there while I had these two things still strapped around my neck. And it went on all day. We went to see Steel Panther that night.
Steel
Kept
Panther.
drinking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So awesome. It was great.
Fucking
That was so much fun. We went to Steel Panther, and Vinnie Paul was there that night. And so was Alter Bridge. And
Steel Panther.
I really hope that none of them ever hear this, but I threw a piece of pizza at their drummer.
Fuck yeah.
And I
like this pizza. This pizza's going out the
I
drum.
just chucked it, and it went right past Flip's head. And I was
You're my
like,
favorite drummer. Have this.
I love that. He's the nicest guy. He's so much fun. And when I realized the next day what I had done, I was like, oh, fuck. I'm so stupid. But we kept partying. We went up to the foundation room there at Mandalay. We were drinking there. We came back down. The only thing, like, I don't know what time it was. My buddy that was back here at home was like, you were texting me at like 7 o'clock in the morning and you were still like going hardcore. And I'm like, so that would have been like 5 a.m. somewhere in there.
Something like that.
We went to like the little strip of like the food court type thing in between. It's like you walk out of the Mandalay Bay Mall and there's a food court as you're going into the Luxor. And we got Taco Bell. And I don't know why any of us thought that was a good idea.
Perfect.
Because we'd been drinking like Kraken in Diet Coke, like just going to town with the liquor. And I'm sitting there eating my Taco Bell and I'm like, I'm going to throw up. And this is it.
It's going to happen.
I'm going to throw up. And I was like, looking
stop.
around. And one of our friends that was with us was from there. And she was like, there's a bathroom right over there. And I'm like, sweet, I can totally make it right over there.
Yeah.
I got to the doorway of the bathroom. I was like, not going to make it. And there's like this potted like fake tree thing. And I just leaned over and was like, "Wah!"
Perfect. Right here.
Like,
Close
not going to
enough.
make it. You get right here. And I got like, I stood up and I went in the bathroom, like washed my face off, rinsed my mouth off. And I came back and I was like, you guys want to drink some more? And they were like, are you serious? I was like, let's go.
I'm good. I was
like,
Fine
I'm
now.
totally fine. Let's go drink some more, but we shouldn't do it here because I'm probably about to get in trouble. So we took off and went back. And they said, I don't remember, but they said they walked me up to the room at 7 a.m. And we had another friend flying in. So I laid down for about 15 minutes and then she was calling and she was like, I'm here. I'm at the hotel. And I was like, fuck. So I just went to the lobby and got her and then got another drink. And I did that for 3 days.
Jesus Christ.
And I had to work a closing shift that night when I got home. That was not a good, I don't think I could walk very well for like a week and a half. It was, I was like, everybody was like, did you have fun in Vegas? And I was like, I don't know.
I don't fucking remember shit.
What?
I went to Vegas?
Right?
Where the fuck were you?
Yeah.
Like our last night, we tried to walk all the way down the strip, and like Mandalay is at the end, and we tried to take off and go all the way down to like Circus and shit, and we got as far as Treasure Island, and I was like, I've had 7 margaritas since we left. I think we need to go back now. Like
a lot of fucking margaritas. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm serious. I would have been in prison with 7 margaritas. I'm serious. I do some stupid shit. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. I love tequila. We're not friends, but I'll still drink it anyway. Like, dude, I will never.
Yeah.
And I've even had like, you know how they're always like, if you really like tequila, you've never had that night. I've had that night, and I still will just be like, you got tequila? Give it here. Like, I want some. Like,
I mean, it's great, but like,
I can't do it.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, so in fact, if you think about like, for me, of all the alcohols that I've consumed, right, tequila has put me in some really interesting situations. You know, like one of them. Yeah, like New Year's Eve, I'm drinking tequila. And that's like the last thing I remember. And I'm like, I wake up and like I'm in boxer shorts, bent over a bed. You know what I mean? And then when I wake up, wake up and I'm looking around. I'm like, how the fuck did I end up in boxers? Like I had like a sweater and shit. It was kind of cold outside, right? So I got like a sweater and shit, and I got in boxer shorts, like bent over a bed. I'm like looking around. I'm like, what the
Did
fuck?
something happen? Does everything feel okay? Like,
Right? I'm like, God damn it. What the fuck did I do? Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I will stop there. Like, it's just put me in some really odd spots. I'm like, I just don't even fucking know what happened,
I had a night where I went to a country concert and I
Garth
drank. No, it wasn't Garth Brooks.
Travis Tritt?
No, like it's like bro country type stuff.
What new country?
Bro, like new, like Luke Bryan and
new,
that. That's not who it was. But I was drinking at the casino bar, and I was drinking Jack and Coke, and I started like having a conversation with this person that was sitting next to me, and it turned out that they worked for them, and they're like, "You want to come hang out?" I was like, "Sure." And so me and my friend are hanging out, and they were like, "We drink here," and I was like, "Okay, what do you want?" And they're like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Tequila," and they're like, "We've only got orange juice." I was like, "Works for me." So they started pouring, and I was like, just keep going. And I looked away for a minute, and then I looked back, and the solo cup is like, there's like this much room left in the solo cup. And I was like, whoa. He's like, "You were supposed to tell me when to stop." I was like, I looked away. Like, were you not paying any attention? And he's like, "No." So poured whatever I could.
Drink here. Like,
yeah. I drank that night.
What the fuck?
It was like a solo cup full of tequila with a splash of orange juice in it.
That's
and
not...
I took it down, and then I made another one, and by then I felt pretty good. So
kidding me right now? Like, one of those is good enough to take out like a village.
I drank 3 solo cups of tequila that night, and I ended up with a concussion. I don't know how. Like, I don't know what
no one knows how. Only the tequila knows how.
Like, somebody knows how. Like, I got the story the next day, and I was like, because I woke up and I was like, oh fuck, I've got a hangover. And I walked into the bathroom and I was rinsing my face off, and I went like this through my hair, and there's a giant lump back here.
Ooh.
And I'm like,
they tried to club you over the head.
I was like,
I think they tried to take you.
That's right, like some caveman shit. Like, just go over the head, dude. Everything will be great.
I was like, what happened here? Like, where did that come from? And then I felt like it was kind of like I had sliced my head open.
Oh wow!
And it had this big old knot, and
they clubbed you over the head.
I woke my friend up. I was like, "What happened?" And she was like, "Well, you hit your head on the rigging, like walking under, like because it was the stage, and then there was another platform up above, and we had to walk under that to get off of there." And she's like, "Well, you hit your head on that, but you also like hit your head on like the toilet paper dispenser in the bathroom, and then you
right there.
hit your head on a table on the bus." And I was like,
"Yeah."
I did what? Like,
how did I end up on the bus?
I was like, did I do anything stupid? She's like, no, actually, for as many accidents as you had, you were totally composed all night long. And I was like, how?
So good right now. Everything's great. Like, what the fuck?
Fucking bleeding out. Just it's fine.
She was like, when you hit your head the second time, I was like, are you sure you're all right? And she was like, you could walk a straight line and everything. I don't know how you did any of that. And I was like,
tequila.
I walked a straight line.
Tequila.
She was like, you totally could have passed a field sobriety test at any point in time during the night. And I was
tequila.
like, don't remember any of it at all.
I generally don't mess with it. I mean, if somebody has it, I mean, maybe, but like, I don't go out of my way.
Like, I won't drink it like that anymore, but if you hand me a bottle of Casamigos Blanco, like I'll drink straight from the bottle. Like, it's not a big deal. But
like, thank you.
It was nice knowing you.
Well,
like I'm not gonna drink the whole thing, but I'll take a couple like pretty long pulls off of it. But
pulls, listen to her.
Good.
Like that shit. No, it's. I mean, it's just tequila's good. It's just.
It's fine. Yeah.
It's a trip, man. I don't know what it is. It's something about it. I don't know. It's just the thing, you know.
Yeah, I've tequila has gotten me into a lot of trouble, and so is Jägermeister. But
That's like a black licorice taste, right?
yeah, that's so gross. I don't know how. Like,
I don't mess with that much.
yeah, and we just like do shots, or we'd buy those little bitty bottles, like a whole case of them, and just. And it's like,
Yeah.
how did we do that?
I don't know. I have a bottle of it downstairs. I'm not even sure how it got there. Sometimes we have like
Tequila.
we do band practice here, and you know, people show up and like fucking weird shit shows up. It's like, what the fuck is that, man? Like,
Where did that? But
Yeah.
that's like the best kind. Like surprise alcohol is the best alcohol. Like you have a party and then people leave your shit there, and you get up the next day and you're like, I don't have to go to the liquor store for like 6 weeks.
yeah,
I don't know what happened, but
it's perfect. It's perfect.
save me the money.
This is
Yeah.
the customary peace offering.
Half the time,
Nothing's
it's like,
wrong.
and it's always like a crapshoot on what you're gonna get, because either they get so drunk that they forget their really good shit, or they bought something and it was nasty, so they just left.
Just left it. Yeah.
And you're like, what am I gonna do with
There's-
that? Like,
You think so little of me.
thank you guys.
Don't leave that shit here. Yeah. You know, you're gonna lower my property value leaving that shit there. I'm just saying.
This isn't that kind of establishment.
Right? What do you think this is? Like strippers with bullet wounds? I'm just saying.
There's a bottle of Svedka in the fridge. Like
Vodka?
my neighbor did.
What is vodka? What's vodka?
Vodka.
Is that Russian? Is it like
Some
rip
kind of
off
vodka.
vodka?
Crap. It's like let's do
Svedka.
vodka.
I know Russian. I dated this Russian. Well, actually, more than dated. But anyway. Yeah, anyway, sorry. I don't know Svedka.
Vodka.
Yeah. Говорит по-русски?
I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Speak
I
Russian?
think it I don't know what
Yoga? Little?
it might be Russian. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
where
my mom's Serbian too, so anyway, sorry. Another
There you go.
weird. I don't know Svedka though. Like when you say something like Svedka, I'm like I should know what Svedka means.
Hang
I'm
on,
just-
let's see.
Is it like Dollar General vodka?
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
sure it is. This cup may cause cancer. Like what the fuck are you talking about? Sorry.
I typed in Svedka vodka and I got like nutrition facts. Like, what?
0
Oh,
grams.
wait, no, maybe that's not the one I'm thinking of. That looks like a nicer bottle than I remember.
Svedka. Oh no, he's getting tired. Hey, man.
Fucking
Neither
old.
one of you guys drank tonight. Like I
never
had
drink.
some drinks. You don't drink?
Not anymore, no. No.
You gave it up like this morning?
Oh, an hour ago. Yeah, no, I quit. It was a problem. It was a whole scenario for me, so I just stopped.
Gave it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man. It really is. Honestly, like I swear, like to be honest, like if the guys didn't come here, if we didn't have band practice as much as we do, like I probably wouldn't do it. Like I think for the longest time, like I just never did, you know. And,
Oh,
Svedka is
it was no, that's not. I looked up the Svedka and I was like, no, that wasn't what it was. It's
a wooden
McCormick
shoe.
vodka.
It's a what?
McCormick vodka.
You mean like the
It's like
spice?
a giant plastic bottle with a red label and a red lid.
Oh, yeah.
Up and I was like, there it is.
So like the spice McCormick. That's the joke, right? Is there playing a joke on it or something like that? Is that-
Might as well be.
Might as well
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Spice McCormick. Svedka.
Svedka. Spice Svedka.
I had my first 4 children with Svedka. I'm just saying. Right?
Did
Here in the what now? What happened?
you see where like Bang is coming out with an alcohol?
Bang. You mean the band Bang?
No, the energy drink.
Oh, you did. I saw a post that you made. I said, like, that's all I need or some shit like that.
Yeah. God wants me to get alcohol poisoning, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
If they have the birthday cake flavor in that shit, I'm dead. Like,
Oh,
that
fuck.
might be
Birthday
I
cake.
can't. They have fucking,
Yeah,
they
they
have
have
a vodka that's,
flavor and it's so good.
oh,
Birthday cake?
Mhm.
That's great, man. Like, I mean, balls deep in that
bro,
shit.
it is too sweet. Oh,
It's like the birthday cake Bang, like really tastes like birthday cake, and I'll just drink like a whole bunch of them, and then I'm I can't sleep for 6 or 7 days. But if they put alcohol in that, like seriously, plan my funeral. I want to be a piñata, like have something cool pop out of my dead body. Like I don't know, but I or taxidermy me. That'd be fun.
Dude, hold on a second. Bang! You said there's a birthday cake
bash
energy
is
drink. Is that energy drink?
Yeah,
Birthday
cake bash.
birthing. Just kidding. Birthing. Birthday cake.
Is that what? But what are you googling, sir?
And here's your birthing cake.
Birthday cake.
Congratulations for birthing.
Bang afterbirth. This is a flavor.
Oh. Did you ever get all that placenta out of your teeth, there, buddy?
Just gotta get it.
Full circle.
Get that placenta out of there.
Whew.
It's a thing. I'm taking a picture of it.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh man.
Where is that?
Stay away from the Pinnacle brand cake flavored vodka.
Oh, yeah, I've had that night with that stuff. That's not a good deal.
Is it that bad? She's like,
Oh, I want to fucking vomit thinking about it. And I've been drinking like 5 years.
oh jeez. Man, I think that track, if these guys are watching, man, I sent that track to you. Dude, that was like a few minutes. Like I just threw that together, right?
That's a good song.
I just threw it together and I was like, this is kind of cool, you know. In fact, I was working, you know, and in between meetings, I jumped up to the microphone and I like laid down some stuff. And then anyway, like I sent it out to a few different female artists for like collaboration, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently everybody's getting all upset that I did that. So I'm like, God damn it, I can't do what I want.
Why are they upset?
I don't know, man. I think they're like, you didn't confer with us. I'm like, well, God damn it. I'm trying to make good decisions.
Fucking confirm this. Look at the fucking timer.
Yeah. I'm like,
the counter's going, asshole.
Anyway, no, my phone. I look at my phone. I got 30 text messages over there. I'm like, God damn. Whatever.
Can I have the song? Can I have the song?
Yeah. She's looking.
Yep.
What are you looking up?
Remixes.
Trying to find something.
Svedka.
Nope.
That was my nickname in college, actually. Svedka.
I was trying to find the picture of the knife, but I don't know where it went.
A knife.
Oh,
There's
the
a
knife.
I have
The
a
knife that you call that a knife.
The juice
Oh,
knife.
that a knife? Brought out Crocodile Dundee. You call that? That's not a knife. This is a knife. This isn't a knife. This is like a frog sticker, man.
It's a frog sticker.
Little guy. I drop it like, oh shit.
Ah, fuck.
Don't you do it, Ricky Bobby.
Just say crepes. You're gonna have to break it. These colors don't run. Fuck.
I wake up every morning and I piss excellence.
That sounds right. That sounds normal. I don't remember what movie that was from. What movie was that on? God damn it.
Talladega Nights.
But that was Talladega Nights, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Didn't know that was there.
Uh-oh. Don't do that.
Yeah. Glad I'm not screen sharing right now. Woo!
Bookmarking that one. Oh, man. So I have a funny story. One of my buddies, I was at Starbucks one time, and this dickhead friend of mine like sends me like a pornographic video or whatever. So I'm at Starbucks. She's like, dude, check this out. And the link looked normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here I am. I pull up and I'm going to get my drink, right? My caramel macchiato. And I click on the link. And all of a sudden, these people are going at it on my phone, you know? And there's like teenagers looking down at my phone. Like, all of a sudden, holy shit. Threw my phone down over there, you know? It's like, God damn it.
I'll throw the phone away. Ah.
Like, I will not click any links in public. If it came from one of my friends, I'm like, nope, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck that.
I will look at that later.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be a later thing. Right in the middle of a meeting. Let me just check this message real quick.
Whoops.
It's
No, the
probably
worst
something very
is-
important. Yeah.
Have you seen the like, you know, there'll be videos on like Twitter that are scrolling through and it's like, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this. And you click on it and it's like a normal video, but it sounds like a porn and
Yep.
it's really loud. And if you open that in the wrong location, people are looking at you like, what the fuck? Like you're watching a video of a squirrel chasing something and
No, this is my life. This is what I do.
it's like, sorry.
That's right. Harder, harder. Yeah, this is what I do. I'm just saying.
It's just like you're hearing all the sounds and you're like, oh God, like I fucking hate you guys.
I hate you. I hate you so much right now. God
I'm
has a
sure.
special place for you. What?
I'm going to send this to 17 people I know because if
Yeah,
I
that's
had to
right.
get fucked over like that,
Then
so
you
do
have
you.
to get it. That's right.
That's right.
It's eye for an eye.
I don't know what happened to the knife picture. It's gone. It disappeared.
It gone.
Get gone.
Bye, knife picture.
Is that buying
Cheyenne Bailey. Love the
Probably
bunker.
good. I don't know that we need evidence that he did that. Like that kind of looks weird.
Cheyenne Bailey? That was my nickname in college. I used to
Oh.
call it Cheyenne. Cheyenne Bailey.
She says, love the bunker, hysterical. Y'all make my soul happy. Well,
Well, thank you.
It's all
thank
about-
you for
I don't know
being
where it
here,
went. I'm
Cheyenne.
done. I give up. I don't want to deal with that right now.
Yeah, well,
FPS, man. That's what I say. It's like, fuck that shit. That's a FPS.
fuck
Moment.
that shit.
Fuck that shit.
hmm
Watch that shit out.
I have about
Fuck that
700
shit.
of those every day.
What? Fuck that shit moments?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that shit. FTN, just like fuck that noise, right? Fuck that noise. That's some noise and shit. I'm over it. Dude,
Like, I
so-
will,
Yeah, go
like, when I get up in the mornings, like, I take my kids to school, I come back, and I have an hour before I have to work, and I work from home. And I'll look around and be like, I could get that done. I could get that done. Fuck that shit. Going back to sleep.
that shit. I'm out.
And then I'll like set my alarm for 2 minutes before I have to be at work, and I'll clock in from my phone as I'm walking into my office, and I'm like, oh, I made it. Sweet.
I made it. The
And then
commute
it's,
fucking
and I'm like, I'll do that shit like when I take my lunch break. I take a nap every day. I'm like, no, I think I'll sleep. Like,
Yeah.
sounds better.
sleeping sounds way better.
I'll do it when I get off work. And before I know it, I've been doing all kinds of shit, like put the kids to sleep. Most nights we're doing something like this. And then it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like,
Uh-oh.
well, I'll do
Could do
part
it
of
right
it now.
Fuck that.
Could do it right now, or I could go to sleep. I'm not going to go to sleep anyway. So
You guys are both night owls. What time is it for you guys?
20 to 2.
20?
1:30, 1:40.
So you're 20 to 2, Joe, right? And Sarah,
Yeah,
you're,
you're same time.
We're the same time zone.
and you're like an hour behind. Sarah.
No, we're the same. We're both 20 to 2. You're what? You're almost 3 a.m., aren't you?
Yeah, this is normal for me. Like when we're rocking out, the sun's coming up, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, they're like, all right, we got to wrap it up. You know, usually
Nope, Cheyenne is the litter box story.
Yeah, with the litter shitter, the litter.
Wait, I
shitter.
missed it. What the hell was it? Is this
She's the one that was on YouTube that told
There
us
was a number
the,
2. He dumped in the
box
litter
story.
box.
I mean, I think that's genius, though. Like, I mean, honestly, if I had my,
It's 8:30 a.m. for Nicole.
In
where's
Germany.
Nicole?
She's in Germany.
That's wicked.
Oh, Cheyenne's in West Virginia. There you go.
West Virginia. I got all kinds of West Virginia statements I could make, but I don't.
Oh,
know.
that's a thing because you're in Virginia, Virginia. Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dude,
I got stuck in West Virginia one time. I
I
heard
did too.
I heard the freaking, what's it called in my head? The Deliverance. I heard that in my head. Dude, so the funny thing is, this is an interesting, funny story. I'll try to condense it as much as I can. So like,
Take all the time you want.
so my buddy and I were driving. So my buddy and I were driving from Ohio to back down to Virginia, and I was bringing my jet ski down, right? And it was my roommate at the time, and he couldn't drive stick shift, and I had a stick shift truck. So then, like, it was kind of a long drive. It's like 8.5, almost 9 hours. And I don't know. Somehow we got lost somewhere in between, and then we ended up in West Virginia, and we're still kind of on track. And then we're going through like a construction zone. It's like ticka, 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 ticka. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. It's terrible construction zone. It's like hauling this jet ski, going through a construction zone, whatever. And then next thing you know, I'm like, we're out of the construction zone, but it still feels like we're in the construction zone. I'm like, what the fuck, right? So then, like, it's dark outside, and I'm looking at the mirror, rearview mirror, like over on the passenger side, and it's like light, it's like flashy. I'm like, am I getting followed by a cop? I look in my mirror up here, I'm like, no cop, right? So then, like, we're driving, and I'm tired as fuck, right? And then I look over and I see more flashes, right? And this guy's name's Fritz. I'm like, hey, Fritz, what's going on with that mirror over there? And I'm being a smartass because obviously it's not the mirror. It's like whatever's happening in the mirror, right? And he wakes up for a little bit. He's like, nothing, man. He falls back asleep. And then I'm like, Fritz, there's like fucking fireworks coming out of that mirror. Here, come to find out, like through the construction zone, one of the wheels on my trailer for the jet ski had popped. It popped, right? So I'm dragging this jet ski on this like
the fucking rim.
Rim, and then the rim was like, it was on fire.
Just sparking. Right? Oh shit.
So I get out, and this is like a molten ball of like freaking metal. And I'm like, what the fuck? And Fritz is like, dude, what'd you do? I'm like, what do you mean what I do? I was driving the car. You asshole can't drive this stick shift. Anyway, it was in West Virginia, right in the mountains. And so then he calls AAA, and AAA, it's like I don't know.
We have it.
So AAA, so they dispatched some dude from some junkyard somewhere to come and get us. And this guy was like so like deep woods. I was like, oh shit, like missing his teeth. He was like, boy, you got a pretty mouth, all that kind of shit. I was like, and here I'm like, I'm too pretty for this. So anyway, he takes us back in like this fucking windy road, back in the woods, back to this freaking junkyard. And it's like, there's like one light in the middle of this thing just kind of swinging up there. I'm like,
of course there is. Yeah.
I'm like, this is like
this is some Hills Have Eyes shit.
This is where it ends.
This is where it ends. Exactly. And I'm sitting there, and we were there for like almost 3 hours. This guy's like digging around the junkyard trying to find a wheel to put on this thing, right? And I'm like, I told Fritz, I'm like, this is it, dude. I mean, I don't have a gun right now. I said, we're gonna get raped
right now. Yeah.
We're gonna get killed. He left his truck, or we left my truck where it was, and we got in the car with the wrecker with this guy and drove all the way. And it was like, I thought it was gonna be around the corner or something. No, it was like way back. And I was like, this is it. What is it? I'm getting raped, so I'm getting killed, But anyway, it ended up being all right, it ended up being all right. And then like 3 weeks later, I get like this thing where they charge like this credit. So he had one of those things where you remember the credit card. He had one of those things to show you like how like old fashioned they were. And ended up getting a charge on my card. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. It's like $75. I'm like, that works.
It could have been worse.
Fucking. I was like, he was honest after all. He was honest and not a rapist and not a murderer after all.
And he got you on your way. There you go.
Yeah, bless his heart. So.
I almost feel like your West Virginia story and my West Virginia story are like they're damn near identical.
Yeah.
Like I had flown to Ohio to visit a friend of mine. And we decided we were going to go to that chili cook-off concert that they had in Richmond every year.
Okay.
And so we drove and we went to the concert. We stayed the night there. The next day we get up and we're coming home and we're hungover as fuck, like just dying. We get into West Virginia and we're in the mountains and something's going on with her car and it just stops.
Now's a good time.
Yeah, like on the side of a mountain in West Virginia. So we get pulled over and like there's smoke coming out of the hood. I was like, oh, fuck my life. It's Easter Sunday. I'm like, I'm supposed to be flying home in like 3-4 hours.
We're getting sacrificed today.
And, and we're sitting on the side of a mountain in West Virginia. It took the people like 2.5 hours to come get us. So we're sitting there the whole time. And I was doing the same thing. I'm just listening. I'm like, banjos are gonna start playing any minute now. Like,
Girl,
like this is it. This is it. We're done. We're done. We're done.
you got your mouth.
I was texting my friends that we've been with the night before, and I was like, I just want you guys to know I'm on the side of a mountain in West Virginia. I don't know what's going to happen. I was like, I don't even know if you're going to get this message. There may not be cell service here. Happy Easter. I love you all. I'll see you in hell or wherever we end up at.
Like, oh no,
But I'm never coming home.
like they put the phone
Happy
down.
Easter. That's good.
Yeah. So we're like, we sat there forever, and the guy finally showed. And same thing, like, dude's got no teeth. He's really scary. He like puts the car on the trailer, and we have to get it. It's me and this other girl, and we're just like,
get in.
we have
To get in.
we have to get in to this man's vehicle, and I'm just like,
It's funny.
I'm so scared right. And we went to, like, we didn't go back into the woods to a junkyard, but we went to this little town where there's like a gas station and a repair shop, and I didn't think there was anything else. And I'm like, is this a real place? Like, this can't be a real place.
Yeah.
It's all
She had
fake.
like a belt broke in her car.
Hit her over the head.
They had to right.
Now.
Plumber, go. But like, they had to repair the belt, and it took the guy like 3 hours to put a new belt on. And I'm like, shouldn't this be like a quicker process? So I had to. I called the airline to find out what I could do, and they were like, "Well, you're gonna have to, like nothing. Like, there's nothing. We can't do anything for you." And I'm like, really? You can't? We can't do, like, we can't push my, like, I can't switch flights. I can't." And they're like, "Well, you're gonna have to pay." And I'm like, I don't have another like $300 for a last minute play. Like, it was expensive as hell because I was trying to get a last minute flight, and so I had to call my dad, who didn't know I was even on the trip, had no clue that I was going to Ohio or Virginia or anywhere else. I was like, "Hey, Dad." He's like, "What's up?" I'm like, so I'm in West Virginia. And he went, "What?" And I was like, "I'm supposed to be flying out of Ohio in like 45 minutes, and I'm not going to make it. And they want like $350 for another plane ticket so that I can get on a flight that's like 3 hours from now." And he was like, he was like, "If you ever do anything that doesn't disappoint me, like, I think I'll have a heart attack." And I was like, fair enough.
Look, we're good.
Like,
You
I
and
get
I
that.
are good right now.
It's like, I understand, like, that. I probably have that coming. Thank you. But he was like, "What do you need?" And I was like, "Can I get your credit card number?" And he was like, you could just hear the "God damn it" in his voice. And he was like, "Hang on." Right. So he's like, "Hang on." And he gives me the card number. So I call the airline back and get everything switched. And I think I made it with like 20 minutes to spare to make that flight. And I was like, thank God. Like, I got on that plane and I text, like, when I got off the plane to drive back home, I was like, "I'm never coming to see you again. Like,
That's funny.
I will never step foot anywhere near that part of the country ever again."
Wait, stop. I mean, seriously, that was honest, right? I mean, I'm just saying.
I was scared. Like, I've walked around in like Wrigleyville in Chicago in the middle of the night by myself and not had a single care in the world.
It's different.
Like, but in West Virginia, I was scared. I was like, this is not okay. Like,
You
I'm
cannot.
gonna die here.
Yeah, you can't dispatch anything from there. It's like they don't. I mean, they have one cop in the town. You know what I mean?
And he's somewhere else doing other shit. Yeah.
And he drinks on the job, and like,
well, I would do the same thing you would do, Jesse. It's like,
he got a call about a possum or something, and he's taking care of that. And it's like,
that's right. That's
like, he'll be 45 minutes. God damn it. Again. Like,
God damn it.
we're going to be like, somebody's going to walk into this place in 15 years and we're going to be stuffed on the wall like House of Corpses. Like, I'm going to be like a mermaid or some weird shit. And it's like, we're dying. This is it. We're dying.
Half fish, half deer, half something.
Those fucking antlers.
Like, I've got antlers and a fucking like elephant trunk or like a giraffe neck and a fish tail. And there's my head. Like, they ate the rest of her. Like, we don't know.
That's stupid. That's pretty funny. That sounds like some that sounds normal. Just like,
Yeah.
It's normal.
Seems totally realistic when you're in that situation. Like,
anything can happen, right? You're just like, what? I mean, anything.
Like, you know, I feel like somebody could like snatch me up and shove me in a van, and like 15 minutes later, I'd be like, "Why'd you guys pick me?" You know, and I would probably not be as scared as I was sitting on the side of that fucking mountain. Like, I'd just be going, "This is gonna go down one way or another, but it's okay." Like,
yeah.
there, I was like, something is going to happen to us, and it's gonna be really fucked up. Like,
Yeah. No, I know exactly. I mean, that's exactly how I felt. I'm like, this is fucking it. Like, there's only so many times in my life. Like another time was the jet ski story. Like when I got stranded out in the Atlantic in that fucker. I thought that was it for me. And like the West Virginia story, that was another one. You know, like I'm gonna. What do we got? Well, I can't discern what's going on.
okay, her stepdad is like the loudmouth like drinker in West Virginia, and if he would have known you were scared, he would have just like tried to freak you out as much as possible.
That'd have been hot. I'd be like, dude, you're fucking sexy. That rocks.
I would have. I would have
for shit. So
by like 2 minutes in, I'd be crying. I'd be like, just please don't kill me.
Just has a fucking hook for a hand somehow.
I just want to go home.
yeah, you know what? I probably would have just played into him. Like, you know what? If I'm fucking going down, man, let's just play into this shit. Like, fuck yeah, man, let's do it. Let's just do this shit. It's funny.
Like,
it's funny.
You know, I like to think that in most situations, like, I'm gonna talk shit until I'm dead. But in that situation, I would have just bawled like a baby and been like, please let me go.
You would have crumbled.
Oh yeah. Like I was already kind of freaked out because we're in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like
you would have crumbled. That's great. I would
have been done. Like
crumbled. I'd have been like, you want to fuck me in the ass? Let's do this shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really just kidding. Yeah. All right, Jim Bob, back up. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, like I'm from like a kind of like a hillbilly kind of town, and some of those people I wouldn't fuck with. They were digging for bodies on a farm outside the town that I grew up in. Like I wouldn't fuck with those people. So then when you get like into that part of the country, I'm really like. Unless they're gonna offer me moonshine, like I'm probably gonna be pretty scared.
Some good old hooch, some fucking whiskey or something.
Phil's got the good shit. What do you want?
Yeah,
the apple pie.
Yeah, that shit'll get you fucking wrecked.
Like I probably would have pissed myself. Like that's just I was that scared. Like if somebody would have fucked with me, I would have been done. Like.
You got me good. You got me good, boy. Hey, let's take this all the way. Let's just do this. Let's just see exactly how far you'll go.
All right, I'm not going to West Virginia with you. I'll be over here crying. He's over here like, come on, let's do this. And I'm here like, God, just kill him first.
I'd be getting everybody in trouble and shit. I'm the instigator, okay? Like I would totally instigate that shit. Like we're doing this shit. Not me first, but you know, one of these guys. Like I don't even like him. I'm just saying. I don't even know why he came along.
Like, man, fuck that guy. Like
I thought we were best friends. Like, fuck that shit.
No.
Who the fuck are you?
By the way, you owe me like $46. Can I get that before he kills you? Like,
right. Here's a knife right here. I'm just saying.
Like, do what you will.
You
I know a kid that's pretty good with one.
I know a kid. I know a guy. I know a guy. You know, it's like mafia.
Like that would like that. My kid is so like out there like that if I were in a bad situation, I could be like, Jack, you got any ideas, bro? Like,
no, for real. We need to off this one like that.
You got that knife, like,
hold a gun to his head.
You got that knife with you, by any chance? Like, did you steal another one out of the kitchen? Like,
of course.
What would they do on Call of Duty right now? I'm just saying. Would they snipe them or
like how do you go about this?
What do
Tell you what, I'll distract him. You run around the back, buddy. Just like stab him like right here. Go for the ribs.
Get him in the kidney, right?
Just
he'll go down.
My kid's like 5 years old with a teardrop tattoo, and everybody's like, "What happened to him?" Like, well, you don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
He's seen some things.
Whoop that trick. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, that-
Uh-oh.
It would have got me drunk. Well, thank God. Like, I'm gonna need it after that.
just never let him drive. Noted. Noted.
I'm gonna be like, do I have any clean clothes with me? Because you just scared the piss out of me. But yes, I do want something to drink. I need it right now.
Beverage.
Please.
Yeah. Shit, man. I was actually telling somebody earlier today about my jet ski story when I got stranded on the Atlantic. That was terrible. We had a hurricane coming through. It was actually a tropical storm that like turned into like a hurricane. And so like I'm nuts. I had like psycho written on the front of my jet ski. And I was like, oh, cool. There's a tropical storm coming. Let me go and it's when I was living down in Virginia Beach. I was like, okay, cool. Let me just go ahead and go out on my jet ski. I don't have any idea why that sounded like a good idea. So I don't even know how they let anybody go out, but like, I mean, I'm right there by the water. So I let in, right? And I'm going out on the ocean and I've got this thing pinned, you know, I'm like, I'm going as fast as I can. It's like a sport jet ski, right? And I'm going in, you know, it's all, you know, the waves are going like this, and all of a sudden they're like going like deeper, and all of a sudden, you know, you can start launching off of them, right? So like I'm like going down and going up, like I'm just freaking jumping, right? And it got to be like really, really crazy, like the swells. I could exaggerate, but like in my mind, I swear they were like mountains. Like once you get out there in the middle of this huge storm, like the rain's just like batting down on you. And anyway, instead of like hitting the wave and coming down like on the other side of the swell, right? I come down on top of one, right? So I'm like up in the air forever, and then I come down, boom, on the top of one, and then the impeller or the shaft broke, and I didn't know that's what happened. Right? So I hear this like loud clank inside the things, like like that, and all of a sudden I'm like trying to start it, and it wouldn't start. And then I'm sitting there like floating out there in the middle of the Atlantic, like I got nothing, man. And it's starting to get dark, and the winds are getting worse, and the waves are getting worse, and I'm sitting there holding on to like the handlebars thing, and it's like sprinting it, you know, it's like smashing me left and right and everything, and it was crazy. And I thought I was gonna die. You know, I really did. And then I remember like the year before, I got pulled over by the Coast Guard for flying through a no wake zone. And they made me, instead of giving me a ticket, they get a flag, a whistle, and a flare. And I used that flag, whistle, and flare. You know, it was like getting dark outside, and I popped the flare, and like 40 minutes later, somebody came out and got me. So I couldn't see land. I didn't know which way to, even if I got out to swim, I wouldn't have known which way to go. And it was like almost completely dark outside. It was crazy. Yeah.
Jesus.
It's good times though.
That's terrific.
I was like,
So
well,
everyone who's afraid of being lost in large bodies of water, sweet dreams.
exactly.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
see, like I'm a beach person, but I'm like I'll go out until I'm like knee deep in the water type beach person and leave, like keep me in that area. And we went to the Bahamas, and my friend was like, we got to go snorkeling. I was like, I've never been snorkeling. She's like, well, then we got to go.
Good times.
And, the resort we were at had their own island. And we kept seeing like the snorkeling boat coming and going. And we were like, oh, they're just going around the backside of the island. So you just, we just assumed like they just let you, like they drop you off on the backside of the island and you do whatever. No, they get around the back of the island, and then they turn out into the ocean, and they drop you off on a reef. And I was like, there's nothing here. Like,
wait a second.
like you, and they were like, we saw a shark yesterday, so you guys might want to watch. And I was like, oh, you what? Huh?
Yeah.
You saw what? And I'm like, I'm
It
just over
wasn't
here
that
going,
big, yeah.
oh, like, I looked at my friend, I was like, I don't think I want to do this. She's like, you got to do it. You got to do it. It's so much fun. And I'm like, doesn't sound like fun, but okay, fuck it. So I get in the water, and I was in there for like 5 minutes, and I look down, and I'm like, oh, look, there's some fish that look like Dory. And it was like kind of windy. And so like the waves kept like dumping salt water into my snorkel. And I'm like, I couldn't have been out there for 5 minutes. And I was like, swim back to the boat, hop back up. And the guy's like, you okay? And I was like, I'm done. Cool. I'm good. Like,
yeah,
I'm going to stay right here.
You guys can do whatever you want to do.
Like,
I'm gonna be back over here.
well, and I was watching everybody else that was there, and they're like getting way the fuck away from the boat. And I was like,
Oh, this
No.
Totally
Hey,
safe
Dark-
on the boat.
some Darwinism going on.
Right? I was like, no,
Yeah.
I think I'm good. And as soon as everybody got back on the boat and we started back towards land, they were like, oh, if you look off this side of the boat, there's a shark right there. And I looked over and this motherfucker was the length of the boat. And I was like,
Oh no! No! I was
Nah,
fucking.
yeah, I was like,
no, that's it for me. Fuck
I
that.
am never doing this again. Like, no, thank you. I was like,
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta tap it first before
You
you.
got
and it's, we're getting to where it's a little bit shallower because you're closer to that island and and he's just chugging along and they're like, just don't make any really loud noises.
Just don't look at him.
And I'm like,
Don't look at him in
what
the
are we
eyes.
gonna do? Can he jump up here? Like, what's gonna happen to us? And I'm
It's
like,
only happened once. It probably won't happen again. We're fine.
It probably won't happen again.
let's go. What? Don't do what? And then the next day, my friend's like, let's take those paddle. Like, they had these trikes that you could. They were like paddle boats with their big old tricycles. And she was like, let's take one of those out. And I was like, I don't really want to do that. And she was like, let's just not get. She's like, we won't go out very far. Like, we'll stay like in this area. And I'm like, okay, I'll go out for a minute. And we started out that way. And she's just paddling away. Like 5 minutes in, my legs are on fire.
Yeah.
And for somebody that works out every day, I was like, this fucking sucks. And then we just
Don't go anywhere, right? It's like it's
like,
not like you're pounding
you
your
have
ass
to
off.
paddle hard. I was like,
Yeah.
this is bullshit. Like,
Fuck
look,
that.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Like,
This is
I want to go back.
bullshit.
I don't like this at all. And
Yeah.
I don't think I left the pool the rest of the time we were there. I was like,
Another one, please.
I was like, there's a swim up bar here. I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah.
And I know there's not a shark.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, there's no.
There's probably not a shark here.
Yeah.
Probably.
There's no shark in this pool. Like, this
Oh,
is the good
wildlife.
water. Like, let's
Yeah.
stay here.
This is the good water.
Like, I'm a beach person as long as I don't have to really get in the water that much.
Yeah. I was in Tahiti
That's
and
what I felt like. Shark bait. Absolutely.
yeah, fuck yeah.
I was like, I'm the little one. If the shark's mad, they're going to hang me off the side of the fucking boat. Like,
right.
Take her.
Yeah. So I was
she's
in.
taller, overpower her.
What was it? It was Moorea, Tahiti, and so like there's like these little excursions you can go on, right? And one of them was, you can like swim with the sharks kind of thing. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, right? But then so like I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it, but I ended up doing it, right? And then the guy was explaining stuff, the dude on the boat, right? And he's like, so we're gonna get out there. There's gonna be a line, and you're gonna hold on to the line, and the sharks are gonna come up. I'm like, okay, maybe.
What's on the line that makes the sharks want to come up? Like,
They're making people
Exactly.
kebabs for the sharks.
Exactly, right? So we get out there, and I'm holding on to this rope, and what's this fucker do? He starts chumming the water. Right? These fucking sharks come up and start eating the shit. I'm like,
But,
I'm out. I'm like, I'm good. I'm so good. You know what I mean? Like, oh, nothing happened, my friend. I'm like, fuck that shit.
I don't want to be the first one.
I don't care if I'm the only colored person out here. Get me back in the fucking boat. All right? I'm like, I'm done.
Haven't seen horror movies.
I know what happens, man. The black
Yeah.
guy dies first. I'm just saying.
Like, let me out.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm good.
That's it.
Yeah, it's fucking chumming. I'm like,
No way.
what's the,
What do you do? Yeah. Oh.
This is some bullshit. Why are you only throwing it on
On
me?
me.
Right?
You want to see sharks or not?
Right?
Not really.
Yeah.
No, like, I was out there like, I just want to see a sea turtle. I just want to see a sea
Yeah.
turtle. They're like, there's a shark. And I'm like, not what I wanted.
Not what I wanted.
Fuck it.
No. Undo. Can I-
Just eating a sea turtle. Well, that's
right? It's a thing, right? The shark's like, oh, this is great. This is a good sea turtle right here.
He pops up and he's like, there's
tourist season.
Want
This is some bomb ass sea turtle. I'm just saying. I love this shit.
like we did that, and we had, because they have the island, like the pig island
I don't know.
out there. Like, it's the island, like the pig. You can go swim with the pigs. Like, it's just wild pigs all over the island.
It sounds
But they're like,
cool.
they're tame enough, like you can go hang out with them, and they're cool.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Yeah, like, just hang out with the pigs. And I wanted to do it. I was like,
Hey,
I'm
y'all.
gonna
Yeah.
pig. That would be sweet. Let's
Have
go.
you heard my band? Have you heard of my band, Pig? Have you heard of it? It's fucking wicked. It's wicked, man.
Like we were sitting there, like she was like, let's go do let's do the pig thing. And I was like, let's go look into it, because I didn't know like where it was at or how all of that worked. And I was like, well, let's look into it. And they were like, well, first we take you out to this island where you feed iguanas, and then we have lunch there, and then we go to the pig island and you can swim with the pigs and hang out, and we're here for this amount of time. Yeah, and then
That's what I prefer. Swim with the swines.
and then they take you to another deal, and there's like sharks there. Like you don't get in the water with them, but you could see. And I was like, no, done, out. I don't want to do it anymore. And she was like, "Want to swim with the pigs, though?" And I was like, first of all, this is an all-day thing. That's going to cut way into my drinking time.
Fucking way too deep into the drinking time.
Yeah, it's an all-inclusive thing. Like you're unlimited drinks, and we won the trip. We didn't pay for shit.
That's wicked. Yeah.
So 3 days in the Bahamas with everything. I was drinking from 6 o'clock in the morning until I fell asleep every night. Like that was my entire trip. I was like, this alcohol's free. What?
Say what?
Give me more. Like,
yeah, just a little bit.
I'll take that. And so I was like, it's an all day thing, though. I don't want to be gone all day. Like, I was going to play water volleyball maybe after I had 7 or 8 vodka waters. Like,
who knows?
Sounded like fun.
Open
And
bar,
like,
bro.
second of all, have you ever been hit by an iguana tail?
Ouch. Yeah.
That shit hurts.
No.
And I would be lucky enough that I would get the pissed off iguana that's kind of aggressive, and I would try to feed it, and it would turn around and be like, well, pow, and knock that shit out of my hand, and I'd be like, slice my hand off with its fucking tail. Like, that shit hurts.
They have those fucking claws, too.
Right, yeah.
The claws are wicked, yeah.
And they showed us the pictures. I was like, how big are the iguanas? Because I was
It's
like,
a fucking Komodo dragon. It's not iguanas.
I was like, are we talking like PetSmart sized iguanas? And he was like, oh, no, these are like 6 feet tall. And I was like, I'm only 5 feet tall.
I just want to let you
then
know.
he's gonna eat you.
That's right.
Fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to feed something that's bigger than me. Like,
yeah.
Unless I'm cool if it's a giraffe, but that's it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Cool.
Yeah. Like,
did you say you won this trip?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're not paying any money, so we'll just feed you the fucking iguanas.
That's right.
Yeah. Right.
That's included in the experience.
That's right.
No, you had to pay to do that part, and I was like, well, that's kind of bullshit because it's supposed to be all inclusive, assholes.
Yeah.
But they were like, oh yeah, they're like 6 feet long. They showed us pictures of some of the iguanas, and I was like, I don't want to feed that.
It looks like it can feed itself.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
That iguana has a family and a job. He doesn't need my ass to feed it.
That iguana's got a 401k and probably has more money in his savings account than I do. Like I don't want to feed him.
Honey, I'm going to work. That's all great. Bring home some lettuce. Oh, no problem. No problem.
I got it.
I'm just going, no, I don't want to feed that. Can I just go straight to the pig island, and can we bypass the iguanas? Is that like a cheaper thing? Do you have that package? And they were like,
I'm sorry, you have to fight the iguanas first.
You gotta go through the iguana.
What if I don't want to get off the
Level 2.
Level 2.
What are you doing here? Like
the bar coming up the top. Just like, here we go.
Well, I have 3 hearts.
All of a sudden, I'm like, 3 islands, 3 hearts.
5.
You're not telling us about the pigs, because pigs will eat anything.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, how big are the pigs? And they're like, oh, they're not big. And I'm like, well, I'm okay with that. And so I have to go through a 6-foot iguana to get to a 15-pound pig. Like,
stupid.
All I want to do is sit on a beach with like 70 pigs and just be like, this is kind of cool. Like, I don't know why, but it sounds like fun.
What the fuck?
And then I have to stop at Sharks on the way back. Like,
Level 3. The boat has broken down. You have 2 lives left and 1 heart. No power-ups in sight.
The wizard is about to die. Some gum.
Do we have the green emerald? Where's the
green emerald? Yeah.
Please, everybody say Jumanji right fucking now. Let's go. Like, I'm done with this game. Like,
oh my gosh.
Everyone said you
Yeah, I
want
was
to.
probably going to be free iguana food if I would have done that shit. Like, no. Okay, see, this is my problem with the paddle boat. She's 5'2". I'm shorter than her. Like, and you could only kind of adjust the seat. So I had to like
Fucking
lean
paddle
back,
boats, man.
prop myself up like this, and just fucking like I'm pushing it with my tiptoes. Like my calves hurt so fucking bad right now.
Just
I don't want to do this shit anymore.
oh, I think those paddle boats are a fucking joke, man. Like, I mean, I've gotten into a couple of them. I'm like, fuck this, I'm swimming. You know what I mean? It's like,
I'd
like,
rather do that.
it's like
Take
a
my
Like, how
chances
deep
with
is
fucking
this water?
sharks.
Like, we're not that far out. Do you think there's a shark right here? Can I make it? Like, can we just leave the boat? Would they be okay with that? Like,
chum
be like,
that
"Where's the boat? Fuck it. You go get it.
fucking
You
paddle.
go get the fucking boat. I'm done.
Oh man, I'm thinking of like well, not paddle boats, but like those carts like they have on along like boardwalks. It's like those bikes that multiple people can ride, but it's not
Yeah.
like it's like a carriage kind of thing, but like all these people are pedaling it.
Yeah.
So we were in California, and I think we were taking some pictures of some folks. They wanted us we were doing some photography for them, and it's funny. Like this is when I was married, right? And it was her cousin, and we were doing like what am I saying? How are they? Engagement pictures. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm like, we're taking pictures, right? And then all of a sudden I see like an expression on the girl's face, and it's like this big like that, right? So I'm trying to think, it was like in Newport Beach, and it was like right on the boardwalk there. And these people were in one of those bikes, right? They were riding this bike. Like I call it a bike, but it's like several people in a row, and it's like a couple of rows. But anyway, they had like missteered the thing, and they went off into these rocks, right? So they went off into these rocks over like towards the water, but they hit this fucking pipe, right? I didn't know this, but like I turned around and I looked and I saw what was happening, and I ran over there. I'm like, here I am, Superman. I'm going to save everybody, right? So I go down there and I'm like helping people out, but as soon as I got up to the area, they hit like a freaking sewer pipe. Right?
Oh no!
This dad is handing me this baby, right? And he's speaking in some different language. He's like, he's handing me this baby. I'm like gagging. I can't do it, man. I'm sorry. It was a funny experience, right? That's the story. But so like her fiance comes over and like grabs the baby, and he's like being the savior of the day or whatever.
You're over there like, oh.
I'm sitting back gagging. I'm like, that shit stinks. I don't know what's going on. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I really wish I could have stepped it up, but it was just so bad.
The smell is where I draw the line.
Yeah,
that's it.
Mid-lake instead of fucking little fatty.
Yeah.
That would be like, no, can you like the pedal bars, like the ones where you're drinking and doing that? Like, have you seen those?
No.
I think they have them in
alcohol. Yeah.
They have them in I know they have them in Nashville. But it's like you get like 15 or people or so, or it might be more. I don't even remember how many are on it. But you have to pedal and do the thing. Like you're pedaling this whole time and you're drinking. And I can only imagine, like, I would be the only short person with like 14 6-foot tall motherfuckers, and I would be like, hey, little legs, slow the fuck down. Like,
slow your roll. God damn it.
Stop. Like, for real. Like, I got little legs. I cannot keep up with you guys. Like, I would probably eventually just be like, you know what? Fuck this. Here, I'm going to put my feet up and you guys just do the thing. And I'd be over here taking shots like, good job.
You got the shit.
Guys.
Man, that last pedal was bomb. I'm just saying.
It's a really good motion. Like, you should take up spinning. Like,
serious. Yeah, you got really well-defined legs. I really like what you're doing there.
Do you do triathlons? Like, you're really good at this.
Wait, hold on. Now you're talking shit. I'm just saying. You went a little too far with
it. When was your last Ironman?
Wow.
Good job. Like,
right? He looks like he does Ironman all the time. Oh, yeah. It's really nice.
That's what it is.
Very nice calf muscles. Good job. Give me another beer. Like,
Yeah.
One more over here, please.
Thank you.
Dude, you guys said 50 minutes, man. It's been 2
we've been out here for 3 hours almost.
He's like, can you come on for a quick 50 minutes or something like that?
Yeah. I said something like that. I was going to do the morning show on SLE, and I was like, nah, it's fine.
Not today. Sorry,
I already
Jay.
talked to Jay about it. Jay's like, you're going to go over. Don't worry about it. I'm like, yeah, I'll go over. It's fine.
A little bit. We went over a little bit.
Just kind of.
Times.
That was fucking fun, man. That was hilarious.
I love it. It's good times, man.
We got the whole gang on here next time. Sean and Adam.
Adam and Sean. Yeah. Yeah, they were I don't know. I think I'm the talker for the most part. They'll just probably be like, yeah, Ryan, what do you think? I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, they're good guys, man. They really are.
Yeah, this is
Sarah's like, oh no, are we landing? Is this a landing?
This is the landing.
What?
She's like, what? How do you guys stay on Steam? That's what I want to know. Like, I know I'm like a night owl and I can do it, you know. But like, when I meet other people that have like Steam after like 9:00 p.m., it cracks me up.
I'm fucking tired now.
Yeah.
Like I'll do that whole thing where like I sleep in like short spurts anyway, like 90 minutes maybe, and I'm up for a little bit, and then 90 minutes of sleep, and I'm up for a little bit, and then I take my little nap before work, and I take my little nap at lunch, and I might take like a 15-minute nap when I get off. Like I just don't tell my kids that I'm done working yet, and I'll like shut my work computer down and set my alarm for 10 minutes and just sit here and like pass out, and then I'm like ding ding ding. Okay, time to go be mom. Like
Crazy.
That's how I do it.
That's insane.
And then after like 3 or 4 weeks of that, like I'll have a night where I'm like, bedtime's at 6. Let's go. Like we're done.
6 o'clock's here. That's
We're going
crazy.
to bed. Like
You just sleep in spurts. That's nuts. I
Right.
mean,
Nick never sleeps.
yeah.
No, I know that, Nick. You gotta fucking sleep.
Delegating shots to the best peddlers like a competition.
Word.
That's my job.
That's how you get them to work together
That's right.
for your common interest of not having to pedal.
For me, not having to do shit. Like
That's
right.
world leader shit.
That's it. World leader.
I'm
Some
gonna take
Hitler
over
shit.
someday.
Biden. Oh.
Jesus.
Oh man, like one time I called up my younger brother on FaceTime and I had like more facial hair, but then I cut it all off and just left the Hitler part. And I called him up and I started pulling that like, you know, Hitler stuff or whatever, and he just like thought it was the funniest fucking thing ever. But anyway. It's entertainment value, right?
It's
I'll
entertainment.
just say Hitler was a good guy. I don't condone anything that dude did. I'm just saying.
Did you say Hitler was a good guy?
I didn't say that. No, I said
I was like,
Hitler was a good guy.
oh, you said you're not. Okay. I was like, wait, what?
Wait a second.
Yeah. Our new album cover is going to be a swastika. It's gonna be, no, none of that.
Guys, I have a secret.
Secret.
Sorry. I didn't tell Sean and Adam that because they'd say no, the pussies. No, just kidding.
That's right. I'm just doing it. I'm just like, oh man.
New album
Just
art
kidding.
comes out and they're
Just
like,
kidding, Sean.
what happened here?
What happened? It doesn't make any sense. I don't think Hitler would have liked me anyways. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like it's a thing. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It happens.
Hitler. I was going to say something about Hitler. I can't remember what it was. Something about it. I can't remember what it was. Oh no, when I was growing up, where I grew up. Oh my gosh, my high school. Like there was Klan flyers flying all over the place and stuff, you know. So I get my hands on them sometimes, you know. Like, wow, this is pretty cool. They probably won't let me in. It'd be like Dave Chappelle, Clayton Bigsby, right? Yeah, it'd be all
They probably
crazy.
won't let me in.
That's right. I show up, you know, like, hey, brother Ryan, take off your hood. Like, wait.
Hold on.
Hold on a minute.
I've got a good tan.
That's right. I got a good tan going on. Yeah. Like, what power? I'm just kidding. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to say it. Sean and Adam, I say that shit all
We're getting banned from Facebook now.
Yeah.
Sean and Adam, when we're working on stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, LimboCast will be moving to Twitch because we have currently been we're banned from everything else right now. So
Yeah.
sorry.
I pull that shit all the time though. It's fun because like it's for me, I don't know what my dad and mom were thinking. Like they took like obviously my dad's of color and my mom's Serbian, right? And then they took our family. This is before I was born, and they plopped it in the middle of like nowhere, like white America, right? And then so like I've grown up with all this stuff, and I wouldn't have been known that I was like a different color if I didn't look in the mirror every day. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm white, everything's cool, right? So then so every day I'm like, I just didn't understand like all the different things that might happen. It was a pretty cool town, but like there's some things that would happen, like the Klan flyers and stuff. I'm like, what's this? Can I get in?
Party. Yeah.
Who's that?
Right?
Sounds like a tribe. Like,
I can drink and burn crosses. That sounds great.
woo!
Oh,
Hot
look here.
day.
Look here, boy. It says BYOB. God damn it. We're in it.
That means bring your own black. That's what that it wasn't beer. Like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. All right, man. Yeah.
You get there and you're like, everybody's all paired up. Like, what happened here?
You say, why is everybody paired up? I got my Bush Light. That's not what we meant. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, I remember like in fields across like growing up, there was like there would be crosses burning sometimes. It's crazy. It's like, wow, look at that. That's a pretty cross and it's on fire. I like that.
That's
cool.
poetic as hell. Isn't it?
So poetic. Let's glorify
Absolutely majestic. What is oh man.
our heads.
Let us pray.
Oh,
Like,
it's
that's-
inappropriate. I'm sorry. I'm inappropriate.
Like we're my kids are like they're kind of a little bit of everything. And like they've got like Creek Indian and their grandma is right like
Where that's coming from. He's gonna
they've got-
stop you when you're sleeping.
maybe that's it. Oh, he's
Yeah.
just trying to get in touch with his Native American side. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Yeah, the spirit animal is like such and such. It's great.
Yeah, like, but they, their grandma is like half white and half Mexican, and their grandfather is Creek Indian, and he's black, and then I am like European, Spanish, and Russian,
Yeah, Ruski.
and so they're a little bit of everything. And my daughter will like crack jokes about stuff all the time. Like I'll say something to her, and she's like, "Oh, it's the Mexican in me," and I'm like,
Yeah, that's right.
I was like, okay. All right,
Embrace it.
that's
Embrace
cool. And like she got
Want that.
like because she got like the stick straight hair,
it. Yeah.
but then my son got like the not like the tight curls, but like the whoo, like
Mhm.
we're gonna we got to keep your hair cut, buddy. Like this is not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
And she makes fun of him all the time, and she'll say stuff, and I'm like, you can't say shit like that. Like, cut it out here, kid. Like,
Head rascal.
tone it down. But like they're like their grandfather will use certain words that it's okay for him,
Yeah, that's our word.
right? Like he'll do stuff like that. Now like my kids, they've got dark hair and dark eyes, and they've got kind of like they're a little bit darker complected. You could kind of tell,
Tan.
but like their cousins, like their aunt married a 6 foot tall redheaded white guy. So the cousins all have like curly hair, but they've got like blonde hair and blue eyes, and they're very, very, very white. And so
They do river dance at like the family reunions.
yeah, pretty much like that's what they look like. It looks like that's what's about to happen when you see them
It's a
coming.
river dance.
And like they were hanging out in their grandfather's shop with him and kept hearing those words. And then the kid's cousin, blonde hair, blue eyes, very white looking, busted that word out in front of a whole bunch of people one day. And we were like, you're black, but you're not the kind of black where they know. Like you
You're
can't,
not
you can't say that. Like,
that they know. You're a different kind of black. I'm
Like-
just saying, it's a difference.
it's like, yeah, we know you are, but they don't know you are. And when you get a little bit older,
Grandma and yeah.
like when you get a little bit older, people aren't gonna like that. Like, you should stop now. Like,
Probably stop. You probably won't get a job with that. You
Yeah.
won't be able to keep a job with that.
nope.
HR is gonna fuck you up with that.
Real quick, like, just forget you know that word. Like, we had to like tell everyone, like, can't say that in front of the little kids because they repeat every freaking thing you say. Like, you know, like my kid likes to drop the F-bomb a lot. Like,
That's fucking hilarious. I just dropped the F-bomb. Sorry.
I drop it all the time. Like, I'm trying to kind of rein myself in a little bit, but you know, 2 weeks in a row, I dropped it on the morning show. And then finally this week I was like, hey, I made it
You
through a
didn't
whole
swear on
episode
the morning
without
show.
saying fuck. Like, good job, me. Like,
You made it through a whole episode without dropping the F-bomb?
I did. I was really proud of myself.
Yeah.
But we do trivia every Thursday night, and I get really, really competitive. So I'll miss something. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And then I'm like, oh, fuck. And this is the morning show. Shit.
Yeah, the morning show. You don't want to. It's just like, you
You
don't
gotta just
yeah.
Say that there. Like, whoops. My bad.
It hits those chords, you know, like,
Yeah. Kids are getting ready for school, and they're laughing at trivia, and all of a sudden, fuck, I got it wrong. And it's like, ooh.
I'd be like, that's my boy. That's high five. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, the first time I did it, I was like, everybody just got real quiet. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Yo, teardrop. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
teardrop.
My bad.
My bad. I heard that from my mom.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like he did it in front of his dad one time, and his dad is very, very like his dad is a Jehovah's Witness. So he's very, very religious fellow, and he said it in front of his dad, and he's like, "Where'd you hear that?" And he's like, "Mom, thanks, buddy. Just toss me right under that bus."
Like, I had the bus running. See, this is how it started. I had the bus running.
After my break on it, and then I shifted.
It was a speed situation. We had to go over 55 miles an hour at all times, so we just couldn't stop. Like, just had to throw you out there to stop the bus.
Just had to be that way. I'm just saying.
Sorry, Mom.
How's that shit? Boom. We had to go back, and then something happened. We had to go back, so we just kind of rolled back over.
Just backed it right back over you. Thanks a lot, bud. Like, I picked him up a couple of days later, and his dad was like, "Hey, Jack said the F word." And I was like, did he use it correctly?
Fuck off. He did not.
Give me a fucking break. Fuck off. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I was like, did he use
Holy
it correctly, though? And he was like, what? And I was like, as long as he used it in the proper context, I'm not going to be mad at him. And he was like, he shouldn't be talking like that. And I was like, maybe he just shouldn't be talking like that in front of you. Like,
Fuck you.
Did he use it in the right context, though?
oh, he did. He always does.
One Indian guy, like, don't you ever tell me to fuck.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah,
Yeah, no, he nailed it. Like, he's really
nailed it, right?
Yeah, like, he knows that, like, if he's at home, like, I don't like it, but he can kind of get away with it. And he got in a fight with his sister one day, and he came stomping down the hallway. He stops at the end of the hall. He turns around. He's like, "You're such a bitch!" And I was like,
Sometimes.
"Okay, well played. Like,
Well played.
don't call your sister a bitch, but good job."
I mean, I can kind of see that. Right?
Context, like,
You're like checking the cards and shit. Like,
I was like, so what happened? Like, she comes out, and I'm like, what happened? And she wouldn't let him hold the box of dots that she had. He's like, I just want to look at the colors on the side. And she wouldn't let him. And I was like, I would probably say the same thing then. It's kind of a shitty thing to do. Just wanted to hold the box.
I'm just saying. Kind of a bitch.
Like, it's kind of,
I don't ever really say that word, but I'm kind of a bitch.
you know, I looked at her and I was like, well, and she goes, it's like, what do you want me to do? Like,
Yeah.
you might have had it coming. That's all I'm going to say.
Just saying.
You might have deserved that one.
All right.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Holy hell.
Get this whole. Let me get this. I got to hit the slopes again one more time before we get off here. Sorry.
Okay, I'm good for another 3 hours.
Another-
I can't believe it's been 3 hours. I mean, it's been a while, but yeah. I was gonna say, so this is what we have. Do you see that right there?
I see that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I
Oh,
need that. As soon as I move,
yeah.
I like that.
Sitting here, I was like, yeah. So then, obviously, that's that, right? And then that
go check out Modal Citizen everywhere.
everywhere.
MODALCITIZAN.
This one is signed. See it?
Ooh,
There you go. That's mine right there. It's got my name on it.
The
at
assassin
that.
bug is on there. Yeah, it's wicked.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
That's pretty. It's a good album.
Don't see many of
Fucking
those
damn good
anymore.
album. No.
I know, right? So like, people were like, "Do you have a CD? Can you sign a CD?" I'm like, "Yeah, we can do that." And then we have like 4 of these left. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
the box good. So anyway, I had it sitting there, so I was like, I figured I'd show you guys. It is.
I love it.
What were we talking about? We were talking about bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it wasn't that kind of bitch. It was the other kind of bitch. It wasn't the strip club type of bitch. I don't normally say that word, like I said, but bitches is what it is. Yeah, kids. I can't imagine if I would have said something like that. Like my mom, I don't want to bless her heart. She had a pretty bad mouth. Most of the swear words I learned from my mom. My
Yeah,
dad would never. What's that?
Mine too.
Yeah.
See, like I
swore.
grew up like my mom worked nights, so by the time I got out of school, she was sleeping, and I'd see her for like 2 hours, and then she'd go to work. So it was me and my dad, and my dad is like Hunter, like he was a ham radio operator too, and the way they talked, it was like,
gosh.
like so I knew all the bad words from a
Nice.
very young age, and they just kind of stuck with me, I guess. And I try not to like throw them out all the time, but every now and then I get on a roll, and I'm just like, I need to check myself today. Like, wow, like
Stringing them words together is kind of like a fine wine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Did they make you drink like a thing of blood when you grew up? Like when you
right?
were a deer,
No.
and then here it's like
No, but I did have to watch him dress a few deer, and it was like,
that's a trip, right? I mean,
it's so crazy. I'm like,
it's a thing.
like you walk it, we'd go, he took me over to one of his friends' houses, and they had gotten a deer that day. So we get over there, and the deer's hanging up by its back legs, just sliced open. And I was like,
just dripping there. Yeah.
like, what is this?
Yeah. It's
Like cleaning birds after they go like bird hunting. It's like, okay.
we're gonna eat that.
Like I would walk downstairs after my dad had been bird hunting, and he's sitting there with a bucket of water full of bird feathers, and he's just like, and I'm like, we're going back upstairs, Dad. See you later.
I'm not sure what's wrong with you, Dad, but I'm sure you're gonna get through it. I'm not gonna help, but you're gonna get through it.
Yeah. Like the first time he was like, here, help me clean the birds. You need to learn how to do this. And I was like, why? Why do I need to know how to do this? This is not my thing. He's like, you need to learn how to do this. You might have to do it someday. And I'm like, in what
One day they're gonna have this show called Walking Dead, and it's gonna be about like the zombie apocalypse, and you're gonna have to learn how to do this shit.
You're gonna need to know, like, these are important things. Like, I remember when I saw the Hunger Games for the first time, I was like, maybe that's why my dad wanted me to learn that shit.
Maybe why?
Yeah, that's exactly why.
I can't think of another reason.
Yeah.
Hunger Games. He knew this. It was like
He
a prophecy.
foresaw it.
He foresaw it. Yeah, it's like
May the odds be ever in your favor. What, Dad? Just like say hi,
What is
dude.
he
What the fuck?
you like quoted shit from back in the. It's just I don't even.
It's like, wait a minute. Sitting in the movie theater 15 years later, like, I've heard that before.
I really bit my dad on that one.
Dad, are you here? Like, what's going on? Did my dad write this?
Yeah, they totally bit him.
Yep.
It's good shit. Mhm.
Okay, I gotta go pass up.
You gonna go
Yeah,
past?
Joe looks like he's about to die.
Fucking tired.
Yeah, I'm past the Taco Bell. I can't go now. It's like
It's too late.
I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna eat something.
Pizza
Something.
rolls.
Oh, there you go.
Pizza rolls, something. I'm gonna figure out something. I'm gonna rate the fridge. I'm
Oh,
gonna
boy.
pass out.
That's the
You're
one.
awesome, guys. It really was.
That was
Yeah.
fun. It was a good fucking
Good
time.
time.
Hell yes. I didn't
Thanks
see
for
any.
doing this.
Yeah,
Hey?
I didn't see any other animals. I think that the animals were like.
No, I have 3 cats, but
I can go get the gecko if you want to see another animal. Like,
Gecko?
yeah,
Do you really?
yeah, I do.
Where is it? Donde
It's
estás?
in the next room.
Can we see it? I want to see a gecko.
I'll go get him.
You're just gonna go get a gecko? Just like, I'm gonna go to bed.
God damn it.
God damn it, Ron! What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, I don't want to be awake with the sun. I just want to go to sleep.
That's not.
What is that back there? Is that like a basketball hoop thing?
Yeah, it's a fucking. She'll tell you all about it.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck is it? Papa Shop basketball.
I mean,
She's gonna get a bigger one, I think she said, but yeah, that's cool, man.
I'd be fucking around with that all day.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
I don't care about
From
my
the
wife.
desk.
I'm gonna dunk it. Just like
Yeah.
that.
Dunk it, yeah.
Got this shit.
Cheyenne Bailey.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Been a blast. 2 funny guys. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a good time. All you guys. I was surprised people showed up. Not because you, just because it was impromptu in the hour and all that. But you guys showed up. I appreciate it.
I keep myself entertained while I'm working.
Fucking
I was like, I thought you were holding a cat at first. I was like, that's not a fucking cat. There you go.
There he is.
dude, that's wicked.
My headphones quit working.
You can still hear us though, right?
Yeah, now I can. Say hi, SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. I mean, he's like, I'm not a sponge, god damn it. Dude, is that like a for real gecko?
Yeah,
Like, how big do those things get?
this is it. He's like 10 years old.
Do you have like a heat rock and all that shit?
Oh, yeah.
That is so cool. I've never seen one like that before. So what do you do with them? Do they fetch and stuff?
He just hangs out like,
Stay. Perfect.
Stay. You said stay. Good gecko. Good gecko. Does he do like gecko commercials and shit?
shit, he needs to. Like, help with these fucking bills, bro.
Help with these bills. Help with some of your food costs. Dude, check it.
Look at that.
What's up with the tail? It's like kind of like, it's interesting.
Here you go.
He's just going to hang out right there.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like,
It's
I don't
warm.
It's this warm on your neck.
Yeah.
He'll start licking your ear and shit. It's like, I love you, baby. He's just speaking a very white voice and shit. Like, I had my eye on you for a long time.
Like, the kids will get him out and like sit on the couch with him, and they'll get a pillow and a blanket, and he'll just curl up in there and turn around with his head sticking out and just hang out with them.
That's cool. What do they eat? Like lettuce and shit?
Crickets and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like live ones?
Yeah.
Did they ever get out and like fucking hop around and shit?
No.
They don't stand a chance.
I don't stand a chance. I am gecko.
No, like you dump him in there and he goes to town. He's just like, ooh, dinner time? Okay, let me eat all of these right now. And
Fucking tear this shit up.
oh, dude, it's fun to watch because he just like kind of creeps up on him, and you just see him kind of sit there for a second, and then he's just like, and they're gone.
That's cool.
Takes like 2 bites, no more cricket.
It's pretty color too.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
SpongeBob, huh?
SpongeBob.
You know, kids.
All right, guys, take it away.
That's,
Thanks for bringing them out. That's pretty cool. I appreciate
that's
it.
fun.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for coming on, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, I had a good time. I got to do it again. I'm
We
down.
will.
For sure.
We will.
Okay. So you guys have like a outro that you play or something?
We do, and I'm getting ready to hit that button right now.
Well, I don't think it, I thought it, that's different. I said what I said and I meant it, or lamented. Words given weight without thought, and a person, the way that I talk and the way that I ought to be able to pause and to say that the fault can be placed on my arms. To this playful assault, to this